All right, let's do this. It is time to break down the season finale. Can't believe it's already over, guys. It's so sad. I need more. Let's move that back over to there. All right. Get. I think I'm actually going to do something here. What's going on, Bradley? What's going on, Charles? First one in the chat. Ruben and Xander. How's everybody doing tonight? Is that a Spider-Man shirt I see? I love it already. Yes, sir. This is a little bit of a Spider-Man shirt that I've got. Got some fuzzies all over myself here, too. Don't know where those came from, but hey. All right, what are we doing here? We're going to do this. Go to there. Pull up. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right. Falcon and Winter Soldier next week, right? Yes, sir. We have the first episode of that will be dropping next Friday. Yeah, the watch party will be back next week. Can't wait. Ah, man. So much Marvel. It's great. But I want more WandaVision too. Because boy, those cliffhangers they left us with. We'll get to them, guys. We'll get to them. We've got 4 pages of notes today. Plus, we're gonna have a bonus at the end. Me and Abdo both came up with our top 10 list.
You're gonna be a good dog.
Abdo? Hello? Hello? I think he started the call and then left. He's here, but he's not talking. He's away from the computer, I think, setting stuff up.
You need to be settled and be a good dog.
He's talking to Doug.
Now you're kind of in the way of the light, and I need to see if the light's in the right spot. Zoe. Can you move out?
Finally fixed my sleep schedule. Can't wait to ruin it again next week, right, Bradley? Oh man. And then before that is Justice League Snyder Cut edition. Ooh, you're right. When does that drop? When does that come out? That could be an interesting watch party, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. It's potential. I don't know. What's going on, Kobe? Norris, how you doing?
Oh, you're there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, what the heck?
I heard you talking to Zoe. You're good.
I came back and because I called you and you didn't pick up, and I did something real quick, and I came back and I heard like 2 sounds. I'm like, whoa, wait, what's going on?
I saw. It said they started the call, so I joined it. And
nice. Okay. What's going on?
Doing good, man. Just chatting with the chat.
Yeah, let me kick things off here as well.
Someone mentioned that Snyder Cut comes out also on the 18th, looks like. So what is that? 18th is next Thursday. We get Snyder Cut. Okay.
I expect it to be equally as bad. Well, maybe not quite as bad, but
yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
I'm hoping that it's going to be better and that it's good enough that they continue on from there and scrap the original. And maybe it might redeem a few characters or something. No. I'm not super hopeful. I'm wishing for the best. Oh, look at you, Mr. Clean Shaven over there.
I always wish for the best. Nah, I'm not. It's very clean compared.
Yeah, it's just clean cut, I guess I should say.
I was tired of the mask beard. Yeah. So. All right, I think I must set down the cod cube for Zoe here to start things off with.
To fill it with peanut butter or something? Isn't that what
no. Just the cod cube is just a cod cube. So
okay.
Already
well, not one of those ones where like you fill it with peanut butter and then they stuck.
No, I got a bone that I do that. What's up, Toy Shadow? Josh, how's it going? Give me just a second here, guys. Justice League is going to be awesome. All right. I appreciate your enthusiasm there, Josh.
I hope it is.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, let me give Zoe a treat.
Always got to give the doggos a treat. Looks way better than Joss Whedon's. Yeah. What's up, MSD? Hey there, Captain. Dude, I have to say, when I first saw Wanda in her final form, I was in a trance, man. My jaw was on the floor for multiple reasons. The thumbnail of your stream is the exact moment. Dude, right? That moment, as it was happening, I'm like, holy crap, they're going to do it. It's going to happen. Oh, so amazing. Hashtag black and yellow raid. Black and yellow. Thank you all. Hello to all the raiders coming over from black and yellow. Or wait, someone said black and yellow. Somebody was saying black and gold raid. Black and gold. Who's black and gold raid? Is that Simia? I'm guessing because Steelers. Did he just finish streaming? I think I saw that he was on as I was sitting up. Yes, sir. All right, nice, cool. What's up, Simula Raiders? How you guys doing?
What's up, Dr. Peg? How you doing? Moon Knight, Abdo and Zoe's show, Excelsior. Yeah, wish I could say it like Stan.
Who is black and gold? I figured it out, Sim. I figured it out. Goosebumps moment, yes.
What was Toy Shadow saying? There was a lot. Okay. Big Hero 6 will be in the MCU soon, probably in No Way Home. But Doctor Strange and the mom will have Wanda finding straight. Okay. No spoilers yet. We'll give people a few more minutes. We always give people like to like 7:15. Just in case, and I'll read all that, Toy Shadow. Your theories here, everything. Hope everyone is doing well this evening, though. I haven't streamed for 2 nights, and it feels weird.
I haven't streamed since my watch party for the finale.
Yeah.
I've also been sick though. Like I'm still not over whatever I've got.
Yeah, you sound a little bit congested. Still.
Yeah, my nose is all plugged. Yeah, I feel all right. It's still just been bit of a headache, nose has been plugged, and sneezing a lot.
Did you take any allergy medicine or anything?
Yeah, I've been taking allergy medicine. I do Flonase, take allergy medicine, do everything. I'm still plugged up.
Hopefully, just
so
that.
My mom suggested today actually that it could be maybe like a sinus infection or something. And I'm like, well, that might make more sense since it's not going away, and I don't know.
Well, and things actually besides COVID do happen, so
exactly too. Like in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, I'm like, please don't have COVID, please don't have COVID. But I'm like,
I feel like by now you would have already.
Yeah, I feel like by now at this rate, it's almost been like 2 weeks since this has been going on, like a week and a half at least. Where I'm like, I feel like I would have shown more COVID symptoms. Like I still have my smell, I still have, I can still taste everything I've eaten, and like. Yeah, I'm not like super achy or outside of the normal aches and pains of getting older.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, Hobbit's on.
Oh, Hobbit.
I'm looking at the friends invites for incursions here. I invited you to the incursion, sir.
Sweet.
We had pretty good news today in Washington. There was both a New York Times article saying that Seattle is the lowest COVID cases and death rate in the nation for any large metropolitan area.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, and then also that we're going to be moving on to the next phase on March 22nd, where restaurants can go back to 50% capacity, and I can be one of like 9,000 fans a game to go and watch the Seattle Mariners in person. So
nice.
I'm wearing my Mariners shirt.
I'm so excited for football, for baseball season to be back. I love baseball. Baseball's my favorite sport.
I want to go outside.
Right?
I want to go outside in the nice summer sun and chill,
Yesterday was actually my dad's birthday, and we went out to dinner.
Right, cool.
And I was actually surprised the place we went had like indoor seating, and they just had like big, tall plexiglass walls between like every table and everything.
Still pretty restricted in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been the restaurant. I mean, we've been doing pretty well at work and everything. It's really surprising because we've had 25% capacity indoors. Still, it looks kind of full. To like the average person, if they come in and look at, you're like, oh god, this seems. But it's based off of the maximum occupancy, so it just kind of looks like it, but it's really not compared to what we used to have that full. But we've been kicking ass. The 50% really doesn't affect us a ton. I think it just kind of maybe like moves a table around slightly, but we're already pretty much there. So
yeah.
But just in general, the easing of things responsibly seems to be pretty awesome,
Yeah.
And the other stuff, I think so we got potentially for poor saps like me, stimulus money coming by this weekend or just slightly after that. So that's awesome.
Nice.
I will take $1,400. Hell yeah. And then everybody should be able to get a vaccine by the end of May, hopefully. So yeah,
Nice.
I feel like 2021 is looking up a little bit here.
There you go. So I think I'm gonna go. I don't know if you saw, but Legacy posted a video today talking about like the best champions for incursions, because with this new incursion stage 20 push and everything, a lot of people are like doing it more. And so I'm gonna go with. I think this was the 3 champs that he put as the top 3.
Well, do we want to save? Okay, so
well, I'm also doing true. I guess yeah. Since we said we're gonna do a push.
So guys, today we said we were gonna do. Just zone 7.
Zone 7, yeah.
And I think like we should probably just. I don't know. My plan was to use some like backup. Like I don't want to use my top champs. In case.
Yeah.
So I think maybe then maybe next Thursday, since there won't be anything new to talk about or something, you and I could do like a push to try and get to room 20 or get as high as we can at least.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be able to get to 15 at least and get the 15 of the Sig Stones.
Yeah.
I saw some people in the incursions chat. Was it like Hermitudinous or who was it that got to 20?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and got it. Did you see that at all?
No, I'm not in that chat.
I stayed in there just because there's like a lot of YouTubers still in there and everything.
Oh wait, the like incursion tournament one?
Yeah, the one that we were.
Oh in. Yeah, I still am in that one, but I haven't checked it in a while.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
That's pretty crazy.
Who else did somebody else here? Tatted Titan was in 17.
How long is the cooldown for champs?
I think it's like a week, pretty much.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, if we're planning on doing it next Thursday, it won't really matter who we use today.
Yeah, I'm down for next Thursday if you want to just do it. Plan on that, because Thursdays are usually pretty good for me.
Yeah,
and,
same.
Okay, well let's just plan on that, and we can do whatever today. But
I'm gonna use Apocalypse again just because he's a lot of fun. I had fun with him last week.
I don't know what the heck I want to do here. Who do I want to use? I kind of want to try like more or less common champs. Maybe I'll take an Angela here.
Okay. Ooh, I took mine to rank 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. It's just the SIGs is the issue, right?
Yeah, same. Mine's only, I think, SIG 20. Oh no, she's 40. I've pulled her twice. Interesting.
I feel like Cole could be kind of beastly here, but I don't want to. See, he's not suicide friendly at all.
Yeah.
And that gives me 2. Let's do something like this. Maybe I'll go with the 5-star Magni.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like I might just bring my 5-star Corvus and Doctor Doom or something. But
yeah, is there anybody who'd be really cool as a horseman that I should make into a horseman? Like
either like Gambit or something maybe.
Yeah.
Or Archangel actually. Archangel would be fun.
He'd be not bad.
But I don't know how much in incursions that'd be useful.
Do what about this X23 duped X20? I wish she got the power up the same way that
I'll do Captain Marvel tonight since it's zone 7 and you're probably not going to be bringing yours.
No, I'm going to save mine for.
I'll go Apocalypse, Cap Marvel, and Nick Fury. I think that's good. I like it.
What does Domino?
Horseman Gambit has 100% block. Yeah. Well, isn't that also like you need the synergy though for that too? It's not just as a horseman. Like you have to keep Apocalypse and Gambit on the team. You can't like drop Gambit or drop Apocalypse after you make him a horseman.
Let's see. Each time a kinetic, each time a kinetic charge is gained, there's a 70% chance to gain a personal one. Cooldown 0.08 seconds. If the champion is a horseman, each kinetic charge grants 10% perfect block up to a max of 100%. Okay, no, so that is the horseman part. So you'd think that would work.
Oh, is it just the horseman? Okay, I wasn't sure.
I think.
I'm actually going to start with Sinister again.
Is that how I want to go?
That way.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I could go with Sinister and only need to do one fight.
Yeah.
Where you at, Sinister? Oh, how Nice. My Sinisters hang out next to each other.
All right, guys, we'll give a final warning here that this is a WandaVision spoiler stream. So if you have not watched any of WandaVision, it's all on Disney Plus now, so feel free, go ahead and check it out. But we will be talking about everything that happened during the season, as well as mainly the finale. And then at the end, we'll be giving a ranking that we both came up with on our own of how the episode, our favorite episodes, basically. And
yeah, and I may or
neither
may
of us are
not
neither of us are very confident in our list. I'm pretty sure.
completely lost where I wrote it down to because I was looking at it on Disney Plus, and
yeah.
I actually wrote it down because I didn't have it on my laptop, and wrote it down on a piece of paper, and I have no idea what I did with that because I did that earlier when you suggested it. Like shit, I'm gonna have to look at this again. All right, let me put out a little tweet here too.
Foxy Fish Ghost has a as long as she has the crit buff up, I think it is, or something, that she prevents evade. So yeah, I think she can technically counter Mordo's astral evade, but it's only on that first hit, which is all you need though, because then that's the one that removes the stun. Yeah, I'm excited to break down this up. This is my longest sheet of notes this time. I've got like 4 pages of notes this time.
I watched it just about an hour ago.
Yeah, I watched it a little while ago.
I'm probably following you, right? Can I find you at... Yes, there we are. Okay.
Hey, it's me.
All right. We'll tweet, get things going.
You have controls of starting the...
Oh, right. Yeah, it's always you guys have to remember. Okay, so let's get into things. I want to go back and read Toy Shadow's message there, or should I just
go ahead and start with that before
it was the very first thing you sent over. So
Toy
Shadow saying Big Hero 6 will be in the MCU soon, probably in No Way Home, possibly. Okay, but Doctor Strange and the mom will have Wanda finding Strange, then fighting Mephisto to get Billy and Tommy with Vision, probably at Wakanda. Getting Shuri to get the database she recovered in Infinity War. Whoever Jimmy called will help Wanda, Strange, White Vision fight Mephisto. This is my theory for Multiverse of Madness, aka Mom, Multiverse of Madness.
Mom.
Got it. I think they will lose at first and then win at the end. Interesting theory.
I hadn't heard anything about the Big Hero 6 thing, but I've heard people say in the past that Big Hero 6 is technically Marvel. But I don't know if there's any truth to that.
He worked on that theory for a few days, combining other people's in mine. Okay.
Yeah. I like how he's kind of going all over the place in there, but it's the Multiverse of Madness. You kind of expect that it's going to go everywhere.
Yeah. What I saw was that so we want to be in 7, not 8.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like the Wakanda stretch might be a bit much. I don't think we'll see Wakanda.
From what I heard people talking about, it was that end, because we're just going to cut to the straight to the end.
Yeah.
It was more likely Wundagore Mountain.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I had heard people talking about.
Yeah, same.
Like that theory. Ooh, let's say that I'm going to go and take 1 and hope that whatever's on 2 is fine for you. So
well, it's on 1. It shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah,
same class, of course, same class, and I brought
naturally. It shouldn't matter at all. Like not even slightly. So, you can do either.
Well, actually, it's technically like I'm going to take 25% damage no matter what. Then.
Wait, right? No, it's not degen damage, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, god damn it! Seriously. Well, I mean,
you just swap for a Quake. On the first room.
He should be fine with Apocalypse, right? Like, he's not going to die to this.
Yeah, no, I should.
And then I'm gonna.
Well, technically, I can also. Can you probably use
for somebody else?
Let's see, I could probably use.
Left, so.
I was gonna say I can probably use Nick Fury there too, technically.
Nah.
And just because I've got his second life, anyways. So.
We just restart with new champs if it goes really horribly. It doesn't matter.
If we die in room 1, we're just gonna end the stream and delete our channels, guys.
Let's just call it good. Be like, yeah, we saw Wandavision.
Yeah, it was fun.
Peace. Yeah.
All right. Do you want 1 or do you want 3 or 4?
It literally doesn't matter.
Okay. If I leave 4 up, you're stuck with a power lock 1.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Makes no difference. Okay, so the episode starts out.
I feel like I'd rather face Squirrel Girl, so you're stuck with that.
Agatha Harkness has the boys all on leashes.
Yep. Picks up right where we left off from episode 8.
And Wandavision's like, hey, you know, let him go. He sucks. And
she's like choking the kids, and one of the kids yells out like, "Get off me!" and then like yells like, "Let go, release my brother," or something, which I thought was kind of cool. That, like, one of the boys is, rather than like caring more about like himself, he's like saying to let his brother go. I don't know which one it was that.
Yeah, it's good there.
Called that out.
But then they like kind of try and run and yanks him back. Or wait, was that?
And then yeah, that was the very beginning. Okay. And then Wanda blasts her and she releases them, and then she gets up and you see her kind of absorb her powers, and Wanda was just like, Wanda's like, you know, I'm outside of the hex, outside of your runes now, and I can use my powers. And she's just like, I'm counting on it, kind of hinting at the reveal later where she's just like, I steal power, that's kind of my thing.
Which we'd already really had seen. They didn't explicitly say, but we had seen them do it. You know, with her taking the other witch's power and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then she says, I take power from the undeserving. It's kind of my thing. So yeah, she just thinks that certain people don't deserve to have the magical powers, magical gifts that they have. And so she's like, I'll just take them off your hands. Kind of sounds similar to maybe what Mordo's mission is going to be in Doctor Strange 2. Which, well, we'll get into Doctor Strange 2 at the end, because obviously this is leading right into it.
Right, into Mom.
And then she tells her to surrender your power to someone who knows what to do with it. So basically just like telling Wanda, like, you don't know what you're doing, let me take it, and all that. You did take the Electro down. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, well, that was the plan.
Yeah, I thought you just...
So I was saying, it's like, totally fine.
Yeah.
No big deal. It's room 1.
Yeah.
So... And I'm probably just going to swap Apocalypse out by the 3rd room anyway, so no big deal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay, so then... So she blasts him, and then... Wanda blasts her, and then you can start to see Wanda using her powers again, but instead of just shooting it at... I just want to call her Catherine Hahn now, because I'm so in love with the actress that I'm like, she did such a great job, but I'm like,
she was so good.
Right? Instead of just blasting her with some more energy, she hits her with a car.
Throws a car at her into the house, and it's like a bit of a Wizard of Oz reference, basically.
Yeah, total Wizard of Oz reference, because
the boots.
Yeah, the boots are just left under the car. And then the white Vision comes in. And Wanda's like, oh shit, Vision, is that you? And he puts his hand on her face, and then he puts his other hand on her face. And then you start to hear a crunch noise. Which,
yeah, that was, oh man, that crunching, I was like, ooh.
It was bad.
It
was also good because you knew it was going to happen, right? Like you can totally see that when he puts the second hand. But at the same time, part of me is like, okay, she's dead. Like, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, geez, if you're hearing the crunching, like how is she?
For effect and everything, but it's like she's not got invulnerability or anything. Like, if you actually hear her skull crunch, there's some massive head trauma, and she's dead. Like that fight's over right there, you know.
Yeah.
But ignoring that, so he kind of lifts her up by her head, and she's screaming in pain. And then her Vision that she created comes flying in and takes him out, and then they start to fight. Which is awesome.
What was kind of cool right there too, she says to him, she says, Vision, I should have told you everything right once I realized what I'd done, which was kind of like, oh, she knows she realized she did this, but like when did she realize that she had done it?
Well, I think she'd already had glimpses of knowing what was going on, and she just continued on with it because, you know, she was in trauma and pain and so forth. Wow,
this is really stupid that the first boss has aspect of chaos.
Nice.
So like there's half my health. Like unavoidable damage. Can't, like, just because it's switching back and forth.
Well, it's zone 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it goes. Then we see Monica, who's trapped with fake Pietro, and yeah,
She's trying to get out.
she's trying to get out, and he's using his powers.
He does the 1 inch punch kind of thing with his finger.
Yeah.
Which I loved because that's just a classic. Because he's so quick, so that just moving it the tiniest bit, right, knocks her down and everything. And he's got her trapped in his man cave, basically.
Yeah.
Which is totally a throwback to how it looked in whatchamacallit. What was that?
Oh, in his first appearance in the Fox movies.
They've added what? Just a different thing.
They definitely tuned Sector 7 up a bit. You actually have to pay attention now. Yeah, they added new nodes and everything too. All the new nodes are different. What's going on, Ghost Dog? Ghost Dog, I asked Abdo. He said sadly he has to work next Wednesday, so he won't be able to join us. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, by the way, Ghost Dog. I would be totally happy to do that. It sounds like right up my alley.
Yeah.
I normally have Wednesdays off too. I'm just covering for my coworker because she's going out of town for her birthday for a couple days. So which coincidentally coincides with St. Patrick's Day, but whatever. St. Patrick's Day at the Italian restaurant means like nothing, literally. But otherwise, I would totally be happy. So thanks.
Ghost Dog says, Abdo, you suck.
That's neither here nor there, though, dude. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
Young Brats, what's up? Sup, Abdo? I was hoping you could help me through Sector 7 so I could get these 5-star shards and get this next dual class crystal. I only need about 3k more, so about 6 zones after the stream, of course. Young Brats, I already am teamed up with Captain Bay here and also another Alliance mate, Chris. So I'm like solid on partners and just honestly don't want to do that much.
He's my partner.
If anybody else needs to do some Zone 7, then Young Brats is looking for a partner who doesn't totally suck. So let us know in the chat if anybody else wants to get in on some incursions and so forth. I appreciate the offer and the invite, and I seriously, if I didn't already have 2 committed relationships, then yeah, I would be down. But no, it's just a lot of incursions, man. Yeah, the Wakanda is but vision,
You're
but
probably...
his memories. Toy Shadow saying again. Yeah, no, we hear him at the but maybe I get what you're saying about the Wakanda part because of the like that might be Shuri keeping the memories and stuff.
Yeah,
so it would be an interesting twist to it. Okay, so where are we at?
You probably want me to take down 4 because that one's safeguard.
Sure.
He's either safeguard or he's unblockable for the first 6 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait. What's the other one?
Safeguard. You can only do 1% damage or unblockable for 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine.
They got CGR. Nice, Justin. 6-star. Nice.
Who was I going to make a horseman? I forget who I was making a horseman. Was I going to try
Archangel or Gambit or
was I going to try Domino just for shits and giggles? She doesn't benefit a ton, but it could be kind of crazy. So yeah, let's do that.
So yeah, we left off. Monica was talking to Pietro, I think.
Which one was I taking?
It doesn't matter. I don't think either one was bad.
Rolling Thunder or Stun, I guess. Rolling Thunder? I don't know. Toy Shadow saying he can tomorrow. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So then,
while the visions are fighting, the Hex Vision throws out there. He says, "Can we resolve this peacefully?" And the other Vision just basically ignores it and just keeps beating up on him. And it was kind of I really liked that fight between them where they're flying in the air and like showing all their different powers, showing their beams, and then they're phasing through each other. Yeah, it was really well done. I liked that fight. And then it goes to outside the Hex with Jimmy Woo being captured, and he's talking to Hayward, and Hayward's telling him like, oh, we're gonna, once I've eliminated Wanda, we can just say that it was the Vision that saved the day and all that.
Yeah, because Jimmy's like, you guys are gonna get caught and stuff.
Yeah,
and that was okay. So my one main, because overall, I felt like the finale was fun, and I thought it was solidly okay. And like the parts of it that the only real main big complaint that I had was Hayward, honestly, because it's just because it just, he ended up, and we as we progress we'll get to that more, but he ended up just being
just
comically lame.
Yeah, his character was probably the worst in the show.
And he says once again, he goes, "We're done here." Like, he already used the "we're done here" line earlier, like when he means for them to take Jimmy Woo away. Oh, but so I guess, sorry, I'm glossing over that Jimmy, as they're all distracted watching this fight and everything, he sees a cell phone and kind of uses his magic ability.
He steals that. Handcuffs. And he lies to them saying that, oh, my friends at Quantico are on their way. You really think you're going to get out of this? And he tries to call his bluff. He's like, you're lying. And he's just like, am I? And then he flashes to him like, breaking out of the handcuffs. Then he calls. He's like, hey, yo, can you get out here in an hour? He calls. He's talk to someone named Cliff, which I don't think that's any reference to anything. I'm not gonna.
He does the "we're done here" again, which is like, dude, come on, man. Like, you already used that line. That's one of those. I'm like, the writers could have. Was that his catchphrase? Is "we're done here"?
Right.
You guys could have done something else.
Yeah.
But
then we get Wanda. Wanda's walking back through the town, and the mailman drives by again, and he says again, repeating a line saying, "Don't shoot, I'm just the messenger," which was his opening line in the series. Which I don't get why are they repeating that? I guess it was just kind of just to show that at this point Wanda's kind of making everyone is going crazy, and maybe she was almost like looping people in her mind, and so just to show like she's going crazy.
That I get, because she's that is like he's repeating it because like that's all that he was programmed with in a way. He's
stuck on loop or something, kind of.
Yeah.
I've heard some people throwing out the theory, because this is one of the things that I'm like the biggest question mark of the series for me. Oh my gosh, this has spiked armor on the boss.
Do I want to? I could take in my. What do I want to do here?
I have Captain Marvel, who's right at unstoppable or invulnerability. So I'm pretty sure I could nuke him down before it really doesn't matter. But there's also Mix Master.
But parrying, you're fine, right? You can parry more.
Well, it's just I won't be able to necessarily nuke as fast, since I can only go medium, light, medium.
Right.
But I think I'll be fine with Captain Marvel. Okay. We'll see.
We're still only like 60,000 health.
What's up, Big Blue? I see you calling out my Captain Marvel gameplay. It's so good, I know, right? He said the opposite, but...
so... Okay, so we're back to Wanda again, right?
Oh, yeah, we're good.
Agatha is... This is where Agatha is like kind of up above near the billboard, and she's like, you're a witch, you don't even know it. Who taught you how to do blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she breaks out. She shows up, and then she tells her, she's like, did you know there's an entire chapter dedicated to you in the Darkhold, the Book of the Damned?
And then she rips out the Darkhold.
Yeah.
Which, okay. Where did she get the freaking Darkhold, first of all? Does this mean that like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is just completely decanonized, basically?
Pretty much at this point,
is kind of bullshit, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is my favorite MCU show, honestly. But also, when you're in the middle of a fight with the Scarlet Witch, you're just whipping out the Darkhold.
Yeah.
Like, why it's like, hey, look at this thing that I've got over here that's totally magically powerful, and I'll just show that it exists and is here, and then we'll just continue to fight, and then I'll just leave it there for you for later in case you beat me. Like it just seemed once again, that was the part where the writing for me was kind of like, wait, what? Why is she whipping out the Darkhold? That like I get maybe if you need it for later on Doctor Strange story or that kind of stuff, but it's kind of like what is this?
Well, I think it was mainly just because the reveal that she's saying that there's an entire chapter about the Scarlet Witch she's talked about in there, that her so the whole quote that she says, it says, The Scarlet Witch is not born, she is forged. She has no coven, no need for incantation. Your power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme. It's your destiny to destroy the world. So basically,
cool.
kind of
crazy. Doesn't change the point. You don't actually need the book for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she could create an illusion of the book. Why would you be so stupid as to, like, it just, I don't know. It's kind of, for me, that's just like, well, okay. Like, yeah. I know I'm watching a comic book show, but when they do some things so well, and then you have things like that where you're just like, what? What are you whipping out a book for a fight? Although I guess that kind of leads to later in the logic problem.
Yeah.
So anyways, she, Agatha kind of, what is that where she says, like, okay, so then Agatha lifts the spell off of one person, right?
Yeah, she lifts it off of Dottie or whatever, and Dottie starts going up to her. She's like, please just release it, let my kids go, like, let me see my kids.
She's like, I have a daughter, she's 8 years old. Yeah, she can be friends with your kids if you like that storyline.
Yeah,
like they know that they're in the TV series at this point. These people do. She's like, oh, she can be the school bully, or like if you like that one, you know, whatever. Just let me see her, please. And when Mom's like, no, what are you talking about? You're fine. Everything's fine. It's all good here.
Yeah, she's like, you're fine. And then she releases everyone.
And they all come up to her at once.
Yeah.
And are like, hey, I don't even remember what my own voice, like my face looks like. Is this, I remember I tried to resist you, but I don't even remember why now, like that I tried to, or like they're just all harping on her, like, hey, just let us go, whatever, to the point where they're all surrounding her and she freaks out and then just instinctively starts choking them all.
Yeah, because they're all like freaking out and they're saying like, one of them was saying like, we have your nightmares, like we feel your pain. And then it's just like overwhelming, and she just like starts choking him out.
No, that's not true. And yeah, she starts choking him out, which is, I think, interesting because
I think she just kind of like lost it.
Yeah, because I think I would have normally have gone with like let's do a power spell to like push them all back and away from me, not like hey, let's just choke them all.
You're gonna have to take down 2, please. I don't want to.
Which is gonna have to choke a bee, Manny. You know.
I don't want to face an unblockable special 1 on Green Goblin.
Okay, protection, shielding, backup, recovery.
Also, are you good with that Vision Arcus, by the way?
Probably.
Okay.
What do I want you to take out though? Take out the go 3. You said which one?
2.
Okay. So she starts to choke him. She realizes what she's doing because they're all down, and then she stops because she's doing it kind of instinctively.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then they're like, okay, if you're not going to let us go,
just kill us. Yeah, just let us die.
Mom from that 70s show says that.
Yeah. Xander saying, I don't believe the Doctor Strange has yet to be called the Sorcerer Supreme in the MCU. Only the audience knows that he is a sorcerer. Yeah, technically, yeah, he hasn't officially gotten the title, but we've seen him with the Infinity Stone around his neck. And we know the Ancient One has died, and it was a bit of a time jump since the previous one, so it's not far to assume that he's now the Sorcerer Supreme. But yeah, you're correct that he hasn't officially been given the title. Just like we hadn't heard her actually called the Scarlet Witch until now, but
yeah. So she's like, no, I will release you all.
I'll do it, yeah. And then she starts taking down the hex.
Yeah, and then she starts taking down the hex. And Agatha's like soaking up the power from her taking it down, kind of.
Yeah, I think she's absorbing a little bit of it in that moment.
Yeah. And Vision is flying back to her, and her boys are like, they were in the house safe, but they know that something's going on, so they come out, and then you see that they're all kind of starting to die because of
they start like falling apart, pieces are flying, it's like puzzle almost or whatever. And I've also that moment Hayward and his team rush in because they see that it's open.
So Hayward and the FBI or the sword guys,
military.
What's up, Miss Jane, Elk, Hunter, Esmir, FaZe? How's it going? We got a little Hobbit raid. I like Hunter's hashtag butt chub raid. Awesome. That's fantastic, Hunter. What's up, Hobbit? How's it going? Yeah.
Bradley just said in my chat, he said, I wouldn't mind getting choked by Wanda. Just my opinion, though.
No, it's a
yeah, you're not wrong. I think I'd be on okay with that as well.
So, welcome aboard, guys. Butt chubs all day. Nice. Oh dear Lord, Abdo, what did you do to your chin face region? I trimmed it down. The beard, the mask beard was very annoying. It was cutting in, you know. Pixie the other day sent me a message saying I looked like an old Mexican gangster. I was like, oh, thanks.
It's the kindest thing she's ever said to you.
Also, I kind of get what you mean. Yeah, I could play the old Mexican gang.
So once Wanda realizes though that the kids and Vision are, wait, you there? Did we lose him? Stream just stopped.
Shit.
Oh, there he is.
Did I disconnect?
I hear you now. You went quiet for a second. I looked over and I saw your stream was spinning.
Yeah. Why is it? Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
We get. We get.
It's good. We're
there it is.
all
Yep. It's back now.
Yeah.
Spoiler: Agnes is hot. All right. I mean, hey. Catherine Hahn wasn't looking bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah. I like the beard. Well, it comes back, Elk. So no worries.
Yeah. That's the beauty of people who can grow beards. They come back for us.
Yeah.
I have some friends that are always jealous of mine that I can actually grow facial hair because they just comes in real patchy or really thin, and they're just like, I can never grow it. I'm like, I could shave it today and it would be back next week.
Yeah. For me, it's just like sometimes it gets to a certain length where I don't know what the hell to do with it, honestly.
Same, yeah.
It's like, I'm like, I should probably go and actually see a barber or something, and they could professionally trim it.
Oh yeah, I've never done that.
No, half the reason for me having a beard is that I don't have to pay for anyone to do anything. You know, I just shave my damn head and call it good. Oh boy, this could go poorly. Kill him, please. Oh,
Vincent, that's actually a good point. Oh, that was sketchy there. Yeah. Vincent just brought up a good point that he's that I said, didn't the Ancient One refer to Strange as a Sorcerer Supreme in Endgame? And then quote, it's the duty of the Sorcerer Supreme to protect the Time Stone.
Yeah.
So implying the fact that Strange had the Time Stone around him, that he's technically gotten the title of Sorcerer Supreme at that point, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think it's safe to say that that's enough confirmation for me to consider him the Sorcerer Supreme. But that was a pretty cool line, though, when she says that Scarlet Witch is, you know, stronger than Sorcerer Supreme. It's like, oh dang, that's a Doctor Strange reference. Like that's pretty sick. I like that.
She should be, really,
right? So then once Wanda sees that her kids and Vision are dying, she stops the shutdown of the Hex and closes up again. Then we get, you know, White Vision shows back up.
Too.
What was that?
Like all the townspeople, she tells to run when she.
Yeah, all the townspeople get out of there so that they're not gonna get hurt. Then White Vision shows back up. Hayward and the military show up. And now it's like big battle time. The kids, Vision show up. I have the scene right above me that is totally just ripped straight from like the Incredibles. I love it. It's like Incredibles / like Avengers, the first Avengers, like the big moment where they're all in there in the circle. But definitely, the first second I saw it, I'm like, dude, this is totally the Incredibles. Because then you think back too when the Halloween episode happened, Incredibles was on the title. It was like one of the movies playing at the time. So that was definitely, this was a callback to that and just the Incredibles in general, the family about superpowers and everything. So I love that. I love the Incredibles too, okay? It's a great movie. If you don't like the Incredibles.
That, like, when the FBI comes in, Agatha picks up all the FBI guys with her powers, she like levitates them and then is going to like let them all drop.
Yeah.
And Wanda catches them all.
She saves them.
Right? So she clearly saves all of them. And at that point, we still have Hayward jump out and then try to kill the boys. And you're like,
yeah, I thought that was weird. That didn't make sense. Why was he trying to shoot the kids? Like, what is that going to do?
Save all your sword guys and then try to shoot her boys. So the other Vision comes in and they go off fighting again. Agatha and Wanda are fighting. She says, "Boys, take care of the military."
Yeah.
And was it Tommy is the fast one, right?
Yeah. Billy, so you see Billy controls their minds to like freeze them in place so that they can't shoot anything, and then Tommy zooms through, takes all their weapons, takes a hat, takes glasses, which is totally just a callback to Quicksilver from the Fox movie when he does that in that kitchen scene.
And then Hayward jumps out and tries to shoot the boys, except for that Monica shows up in between them to stop the bullets and takes the bullets or whatever, and they kind of phase through her and drop, which is also kind of weird because if he's trying to shoot them, he's got really poor aim.
Yeah, because she looks like she's standing in between the two of them, and every single bullet goes right through her, but she didn't move from like side to side.
He would have been shooting in between them until the last shot, which Billy catches with his blind and drops, and he's like, ooh, I got powers and shit, you know?
Bradley saying, imagine pointing a gun at a speedster and a child with telekinetic powers. How confident are you that you're actually going to hit him in the first place? Like, Monica didn't even need to block those.
Yeah, and this is why this was just the dumbest part of it, because he was just comically cartoony bad guy. Like, who I even thought like his acting went downhill. I don't even know if it was because of the acting or because of the writing that he had to do, but it was just like, what is this bullshit? He's just trying to kill the kids for no reason. I mean, and he knows they're not real either. So like, he could have said a line really easily. The line could have just been, "Hey guys, they're not real. Shoot them," or talking to the other guys. Or it's just, I don't know. It just was very shit-tacular. Anyways.
Yeah. So then we get the scene with the Visions fighting, which this was a really interesting part. That basically the other Vision says it's my protocol to destroy the Vision. And then Vision says, "But I'm not the true Vision, only a provisional one." And then he brings up the whole he gets theoretical with him and this theory about the ship of Theses, which this was a pretty cool way. I thought that the way that they broke this down, rather than just seeing them fight each other, it was actually like playing at the philosophical side of the Vision character.
The memes that come from it are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So the ship of Theseus, if you guys didn't understand that, because I'll be honest, when I watched it as it was happening, I was just like, wait, what just happened? I don't know anything about this, and I didn't really follow what they were saying in the moment. I was just like blown away by the episode. It wasn't until I watched someone break it down, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what had happened there.
Taken a couple philosophy classes, so actually I got that one right away.
Oh, nice. I have never, so I didn't know what that was. So for those of you, in case you're wondering what the ship of Theseus is, basically it's the idea that there's this ship that over time it's wearing down, and as pieces of it need to get replaced, they put new pieces on it. And by the end, once every single piece that was the original piece of that ship has been replaced, it's still the same ship. Basically implying that, he's Vision, but he's a recreated version of Vision. Is he still the original Vision? So he's basically messing with this, like, mind tricking him to be like, oh, wait, well, technically he's not. And then
I can see your comment, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, and then he also says if the original planks are all restored and replaced, is that still the same ship? Basically, then he's putting it onto him. He's like, no, you're even not the true Vision either, because you're the original pieces just rebuilt, but you're not the true Vision. And at that point, he kind of just like, I guess you're right. And then Vision awakens him, or it gives him his memories back.
Like, but as a carbon-based synthezoid, you have the memories or you have the data, you just can't access it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, may I? And he does this little thing where he kind of wakes whomever up.
Take down one, please.
Take one. Okay, take down 4.
Okay.
And then the Vision you see his like eyes change a little bit. His blue stone his blue thing in his forehead kind of changes to being yellowish, and then back to blue, and his eyes change color. Yep. And then he just goes, "I am Vision," and flies off. It's like,
and that's the last we see of him for the episode, which I thought was kind of weird. Like, where did he go?
So I'm kind of like, wait, okay, if you are Vision, then you hang out and help out and shit. Like, did you leave the kettle on, mate? Like, what's going on? just zooms out. Got to get the hell out of here. So I don't know what the hell is going on. But,
that was a little odd.
But I like that their battle ended when they were all evenly matched. It ended up with them being logical, because that's kind of it makes sense for a
Yeah,
an
rather
android.
than seeing them just beat at each other, it's like no, their whole character has always been very like deep and in depth of like
Yeah.
figuring out stuff a logical way, and it was kind of cool to see it end like that.
Here, real quick. Hunter says, "What if Hayward is a pink Kree, like Jan Rog, so he just looks like a human, and knows that the scrolls are on Earth, and he's secretly an operative that will be tied into Secret Invasion?" Interesting. I think that you are giving more of a theory than a probably crappy character and possibly shoddy writing deserves, but I like where your head's at. Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, then we get back to Wanda and Agatha, and it's their fight where they're battling in the, or no, then it showed like Wanda shows up in front of her and does the same little trick that Agatha did, where she just like disappears in front of her and then appears behind her and does her little red wiggly woo thing or whatever to mind trick her. And flashes her back to her scene where she's being...
It's the exact same way that she did it in Age of Ultron. She comes up behind her all kind of with the quick motion.
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of spooky effect, and does the whatever to her head. And she flashes her back to the scene where
she's being captured by the witches and kills all the witches. Yeah.
Takes all their powers and whatnot.
But then Agatha's able to flip it on her and make the...
I didn't know if it was like that Agatha was able to flip it on her, or if it was just like they all in the vision were like realizing.
Oh wait, you're Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it could be one of the two. That wasn't super clear. Yeah. No. And then at that moment, as they're strapping Wanda up, the crown first shows up on her head, which was pretty cool. It's like, oh shoot, she can just manifest the crown of Scarlet Witch, and so it's like
we saw
showing like up. Yeah. And then in that moment, Agatha tells us, if you give me your powers, I'll let you keep your family and all this will be peaceful. You can have this and everything will be fine. The people of the town will be safe. Just give me your power and we'll, set everything right.
Help you to, make it all right.
Yeah. And so then Wanda breaks free from that illusion, and then flashback goes back to the real world. And Wanda says, fine, you can have it, and then starts blasting her with like everything she's got, and she's just going all the town, and Agatha's like absorbing as much as she can. And there's a couple moments though where you see it like zoom past Agatha, and one of the flashes, Agatha, you see her kind of look back, like has a very confused look on her face, kind of just like you didn't even. Yeah, she's like, you seems like you missed me by a long shot right there, kind of thing. And she's kind of like, doesn't think anything of it.
In the episode was a dead giveaway.
Yeah,
like I 100% saw, not to toot my own horn, not that anyone else is tooting their own horn, so I'm being so nice too. But so like 100%, I was like, oh, I see what she's doing.
I picked up on it like almost right away as well. And then, but it was cool too. Like we gradually see Wanda as like decaying, just like the witches did.
Yes. Like she's gonna die. She's all black and drained and everything, and sends off. She's battling. Like Vision comes up to try and help her, and she blocks him, and he goes back down to the boys, and they just kind of hold each other. So she just keeps shooting power, and we get like the big, huge power wave of Agatha sucking all the power off of Wanda.
Yep.
And she just kind of like, drops, and she doesn't drop. She just kind of looks like she's depowered yet still somehow floating in the sky.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too. It's like, okay, it clearly appears that she's been drained of all her powers, but she's still being able to fly at some point. So I'm like, how's that happening? And then Agatha goes, she tells her the other big reveal now. What?
Yeah, the oh, by the way.
Once the spell is cast, it can't be changed.
Yeah.
Basically telling her like, oh yeah, I can't give you what you want. Actually, I just wanted your powers. And then tries to use her powers to, I don't know, kill Wanda, I'm assuming, or do something to Wanda, and they don't work.
And then all of a sudden she's like, nah, I can't do magic hand sparkly things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I just remembered too, when Wanda first realizes that her hand is like decaying when she loses some of the magic, and she kind of like is like looking at her hand and like going like looking at it, like twirling her hand. That part, I almost feel like that was kind of a reference to Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, when he first like gets the coin and he becomes a skeleton and he's like and he's like, huh, that's interesting. Like the way she kind of looks at her hand and twirls with her hand, it felt very much like that. And since it's Disney, you never know.
Yeah,
Might have been a reference. But yeah, so then Agatha tries to use her powers, doesn't get the reveal. She's like, or then we get the big reveal, like, oh, there's the runes. Yeah.
So,
And then she says like, thanks for the lesson. And this moment too, which I saw someone posted that that entire scene reflected the same battle sequence between Iron Man and Thanos in Endgame, where Tony jumps on the gauntlet to take the power, take the stones, but it's not like obvious that that's what he's doing. He's just trying to stop him, and then he goes up, and then Thanos goes to do the big snap, which is the same thing. Agatha goes to use her powers, doesn't work, and then it flashes to Wanda, and they both do the exact same thing. They both like hold their hand up or whatever, and then obviously Iron Man does the snap, but Wanda like pulls her hand up at the big reveal. So like it was kind of cool how that paralleled. It's almost like they played the scenes like side by side, and it matched up like almost perfectly.
Well, that was the part we forgot to say was that, the reason Agatha can't use it is because Wanda put her hexes on the inner walls of
she did the hexes, and then she says thanks for the lesson. I loved that part. So good.
I thought it was interesting because it's like, so I think the idea is that the Scarlet Witch can just do things intuitively and doesn't really have to have learned exactly how to have done that.
Yeah, that was the whole like her.
How does she know what these freaking runes look like?
That was her quote that she said earlier that says the Scarlet Witch is forged with no coven, and no need for incantation. So basically, it doesn't need to. Because you'll notice like, too, whenever Agatha's like casting a spell or something, normally she's like speaking and saying something for something to happen, whereas the Scarlet Witch don't need that.
Yes, Miss Jane, I'll be on later tonight. Go be a responsible adult. Okay, so Hunter. You want a really crazy tinfoil hat idea? Hayward is actually Mordo, just wearing a Mission Impossible mask, human mask. Okay.
All right.
Very crazy. Hunter, now you're trying too hard. Did you know they had Abdo in Wandavision? He is Ralph Boner before he became nice. So anyways, there's that reveal. Wanda takes.
Then Wanda takes. Well, so no, she takes Agatha's powers, and we get the big Scarlet Witch reveal.
Yeah,
skip like the biggest part of the episode.
She ends up going like full Scarlet Witch. She suck all the energy back once Agatha can't do her spells, and gets the full like new Scarlet Witch costume, which I gotta say, it's pretty badass.
She looked really good. Yeah. And it totally is the one from MCOC. Like it's very similar.
More so.
It's more so than the classic one, but it's very, very similar.
Although I would say that I actually like it.
And as she becomes breaks that out and turns into that costume or whatever, Agatha tells her, says, "You don't know what you've done," which is kind of interesting. It's like, which we'll get into that. Someone in the chat earlier was talking about Chthon, however you say it, who is the one that created, I think he created the Darkhold, or he's the one that's behind the chaos magic.
He created the Darkhold, yes.
Yeah, he's trying to get the powers from her.
She's using, because basically he's one of like the elder gods kind of thing, and he basically created the Darkhold so that someone could use it, and then he would somehow be brought back through that into reality or something. Yeah, it's very complicated, or maybe it's not that complicated, but.
And then randomly, as she descends, and they both land on the ground, and her accent comes back. Once she becomes the Scarlet Witch officially, it was kind of like, okay, I guess that's a thing. And then she decides to, instead of killing Agatha or anything, she locks her in Westview, tells her that you're going to stay here as your nosy neighbor role.
As the nosy neighbor, and she's like, no, don't do that. You're going to need me. And she's like, well, if I do need you, I'll know exactly where to find you.
Yep. So basically saying that, we'll get her coming back at some point.
Her powers and kind of turns her back into like a more costume appropriate whatever. And she's like, okie dokie, artichoke, I'll be blah, blah, blah. The thing that I thought was interesting about that is, so we glossed over earlier the boner joke, actually, because we just said that Monica comes and saves the kids or whatever with the bullet and stuff.
Oh yeah,
but she does figure out. She sees like bills for the house in Pietro's man cave or whatever.
Yeah,
and reading it is like sees a picture of him, and it's like, "You're Ralph Boner," and he's like, "Boner."
Yeah, I thought that was funny, but at the same time, just like that's such a major letdown.
She figures out how to defeat him, right? She's like, "What is it that you're? How does Agatha have this hold over you?"
Yeah,
and she kind of flips him, throws him down, puts her knee on him, and he's like, "Damn, okay, you're like got some strength here," and realizes he has like a necklace on him that she pulls off of him, and then he's released, and he's like, please don't kill me, or whatever.
Yeah,
spare my life or something.
Take down 1 for me.
Okay. While they're down, say this.
Probably 2. I'm guessing they're gonna want me to take down.
3, yeah.
Or sorry, yeah, 3.
Yeah, you said 1. Okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the whole Ralph Boner thing, which I guess was just a reference to one of the other sitcom shows that the director used to be on. There was a character in that called the last name Boner.
Fans were all pissed that wasn't actually bringing Quicksilver back into the MCU or anything, which I understand people being upset about that, but also I don't care, like it's not that big a deal to me.
Yeah.
Because I was never of the opinion that we were going to get mutants in the MCU based off of one television show. Like I've said multiple times, I felt like that was going to have to be a bigger movie kind of a deal. And I didn't think it was very likely. So it was interesting to have them go that route with it, where I think it was a way of messing with the fans, but also making it more believable for us as the fans that Wanda would believe that he was her brother too.
Yeah, that was the whole reason that they cast him. It was because it was enough that it would convince Wanda that it was really him. Because if it was just it would convince us too. But in sense of the show, though, it was enough to like that it would kind of like confuse her, but also like maybe she'd like, oh wait, is this my brother?
Yeah, but so for the purposes of like where we were up to there with Agatha being turned back into the nosy neighbor and Wanda making her not have her powers or forget everything, she's like, no one will bother you here or whatever.
Yeah,
but my whole point with that being, dude, she was crashing at that Ralph guy's house and so forth, and if everything goes back to normal and he knows who he is again and everything, where the hell's Agatha supposed to stay? She doesn't have a house.
Yeah, that'll be interesting too. And plus, like, is everyone else in the town just supposed to just ignore her because like they're not under the spell anymore? They know this is the same chick that was previously just flying around in the sky doing all this
like,
stuff.
Okay.
So it's kind of a little questionable about that whole like what's going to happen.
Like a little more detail there. It's the same thing with kind of like Hayward, where once again, I'm like, all right, if you put in like just an extra minute of dialogue here or there, just little things where I'm like, just a little more on this, and I feel like it'll be more believable.
By the way, mutant one is Electro.
But then basically,
I think he froze again. Definitely froze again. Is he back?
Again.
There he is.
Sorry, guys. I don't know. I have not hooked up the modem that I bought, and I don't know why I've gotten a couple of these little boots here. That's super irritating. Okay, anyways, Vision and the boys are there, and she says something about, or Vision says, like, you're going to make this all right, and talking about, like, the townsfolk and everything, but not for us, like, not for Vision and not for the boys. And then she's like, yes, I'll make everything right. And he's like, okay, well, it's time for us to go home. And so she kind of, does she do like a big show of power when she takes down the hex again, or is it just like it starts coming down?
No, it just slowly at that point just starts to go away.
Right.
And then they walk back home, and they get home. She tucks the kids in. They say goodnight. They say family is forever. We couldn't leave each other if we tried. And then the weird line, one of the weirdest lines in this whole series, as she's walking out, she says, boys, thank you for choosing me as your mom. choosing me to be your mom. Like,
wait, what?
What? Yeah, a lot of people have been theorizing now that maybe the kids were these lost souls or demons or somehow that they latched onto these that she created. I don't know.
It's like the boys are created from like a shard of
Mephisto
or something. So
yeah,
how would she know any of that? Like for her idea, she just created them. So
yeah,
choosing me, it was a very odd line.
yeah. It was a very strange line to have there.
Also, since the hex disappeared, then did the runes disappear too? One would assume so, yes, but Agatha had already been drained of her power and trapped under Wanda's spell, so she's not trapped in that space with the runes, and if somehow she like breaks free, then I mean there could be more stuff from that, but at least for the time being, she's trapped in Wanda's spell kind of thing. So she puts the boys to bed, which, like, did they just instantly fall asleep? She used a spell to put them to sleep, you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just be chilling in their bed while the whole universe is disintegrating.
Right?
Which I think would be pretty terrifying.
A little bit.
But she goes down, she turns the light off, she goes to turn like another light off, Vision turns it back on, it's like, it's bad luck to say goodbye in the dark. She's like, you made that up. Okay, maybe I just wanted to see you because, you know, you're hot and stuff.
You look good, girl.
And yeah, basically, she's like, well, how do I look? And he's like, yeah, you're still hot. And then we get... Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah. Then Vision asked like one last time, like before I go, he's like, what am I?" Which kind of asked what everyone had been asking the entire show, and he had asked it even a few times. He asked Darcy earlier. He asked, "What am I?" and she didn't know. Now we finally get the reveal that she says, "You are the piece of the Mind Stone that lives in me. You are my sadness. You are my hope. But mostly, you are my love." And then the waterworks start. I didn't cry, guys. I don't. I'm not heartless like that.
But people did.
Or I am heartless. Yeah, no. A very, very emotional part. Obviously, I mean, it's a very sad and just like touching moment. And
they want to the wave of the thing coming in and ending.
And then Vision says he has another quote where he goes, "I've been a voice with no body, a body but no human, and now a memory made real. Who knows what I may be next?" And then he said, we have said goodbye before, so stands the reason. And then she goes, "We'll say hello again."
Yeah. So, and obviously they will, because White Vision now and Vision's actual body without the Mind Stone is out there and memories, which like still, where did he go?
Yeah, it still doesn't make sense where that happened there.
The real question is, does Vision have a robo wiener? I would assume so. I assume he's like Dave from Star Trek, Next Generation, where he's I am fully functional. Yeah, I would assume. Versed in multiple techniques or whatever the hell. I can't remember. Elizabeth Olsen was looking super sexy in that new costume. Don't tell Cap I said this. Oh, whoops, shit. Sorry. Read it out loud. Sorry. No.
Ruddy, that's a good point, saying that maybe some of the bad storytelling for Hayward and some of the loose ends is for the fact that this show was originally supposed to be 10 episodes, but then they cut it to 9. And maybe they had to cut out a few things, which they did. They did reveal that the director did go on Kevin Smith's podcast and talked about it on there, and said that even in the finale there was supposed to be a scene where Monica and the boys and Vision went to go steal the Darkhold, but the Darkhold was actually, and it turned out that the rabbit was protecting it, and the rabbit ends up turning into like some kind of demon creature.
Mr. Scratchy, really?
Yeah, so that was originally supposed to be part of it, but they took that out. So that was because that was one of the open ends. Like, wait, what happens to the bunny? Like, is the bunny just there? Because it clearly wasn't just a bunny, because it ate a freaking bug.
Trapped in animal form via a spell or something.
Yeah.
So we're guessing that next month's champs for the game are going to be Scarlet Witch and the White Vision. I don't know. I feel like the timing would be off there, but
yeah. If anything, we'd get Zemo, I feel like.
Possibly from Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Elk saying Omega Red is assumed to be in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't know about that. That seems
I've heard that there might be like a jail scene or something.
I like
and
it.
then- or, yeah.
I absolutely love all of the fan theorizing and all the stuff that we've been doing with all this. That's part of why I said I like the weekly thing and everything.
Yeah.
But I also I was kind of disappointed to see people who were like mad about things because their fan theory didn't turn out to be true. Because it's just like, well, what? Shut up. There are people who were like upset about the finale. I was like, no, dude, I liked it. I thought it was solidly like it's pretty good. There's some pretty good fight scenes. There's some good stuff that happened. I actually think I liked it more the first time I watched it than on the rewatch, which is pretty rare because usually I like things the second time around because I pick up more details. And I think that this time when I watched it the second time around, I was more irritated by the little things that the first time I was just like blown away, like, oh, cool, this is that and that. And the second time around, I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Hayward or whatever the hell his name is even more annoying this time. But
I'm kind of pissed. I'm kind of pissed about.
Irresponsibly.
Yeah. James saying, I'm kind of pissed about some of the stuff that seemed like it was going to be a big deal to the rest of the MCU, but it turns out it's just a big letdown. Feels like a cheap move. Yeah, so I felt like that initially, but I watched a video today if someone breaking down a lot of stuff, and it actually made a lot more sense. Because you think about it it this way. This was the first like MCU thing in Phase 4. Now, post Endgame, post Infinity Saga, post Thanos, this is the first we're getting. It wasn't originally supposed to be the first. The original first thing was supposed to be, what was it, Black Widow, right?
Yeah.
And then we were supposed to get what was that?
I think Falcon and Winter Soldier were supposed to be first.
Yeah, Falcon, Winter Soldier, and I think even Eternals. Eternals was originally, I think, supposed to come out. So this was supposed to be like the fourth thing in line, or third or fourth.
Once again, just blame COVID, like for everything else. It pushed things off and screwed up production and somehow parts of where these pieces fit together and things. But the real thing is, you gotta just temper your expectations. That if you're disappointed with things that didn't come true, in a lot of ways, that's you bringing that bias. And and
the other thing too is like with you think about back to the original MCU timeline, like we didn't get Thanos and the Infinity Stones in the first movie being Iron Man. Like that stuff gets played out. Like we're not going to get we like. I feel like someone he was saying like think about it. Like if Mephisto showed up here, like Mephisto's not just a small like TV show big bad. He's a big villain bad. Like they're not gonna just drop that here. And I was like, this makes a lot of sense. Like I know I was on the train of like Mephisto's got to show up. Like this is gonna.
I love the Mephisto stuff, but
looking back too, I'm just like, that makes a lot of sense that they wouldn't just drop all of this on a TV show and bring mutants and Reed Richards and all these other things. Like we're not gonna get all these big reveals from the first
Fantastic Four. Richards was gonna be the engineer. I always thought that was pretty dumb. And like I get it. I get people being, upset to a certain point to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or like with the boner joke or that kind of stuff. Like I get it to a little extent, but overall, nah, shut up.
Yeah.
Like just deal with it. Like your expectations to pass bigger deals. I one time went home with this woman who was very, very attractive, and it turned out she was horrible in bed. Yeah. And so for me to be upset about that, that's just because my expectations were too high.
Yeah.
It's not her fault.
Can you take out one?
Oh yeah, we should probably get back to this. Heavy assault and stun.
Then we basically get the end of the episode. Wanda starts walking back into town. The hex is all gone now. The town people are all kind of staring at her, giving her the evil eye, like, we know who you are, what you did, you suck, kind of thing. But she just ignores it, puts her head down, walks up. What?
Take out 4?
Take out 4? Okay. You
said 1?
Yeah, 1. And then Monica essentially tells her, like, hey, I understand, like, if I had what you had, your powers, which you have, I probably would have tried to get my mom back too.
Yeah.
And then basically she tells her, she's like, I don't understand this power, but I will. And then Wanda flies off and end season. Someone's asking if they think there's going to be a second. I don't know if there will be a second season of WandaVision.
They don't have plans right now, is what they said. But,
like they've definitely left it open, but it also could just be because with Agatha and everything, leaving her alive. We still have the Vision But I feel like a lot of that stuff is stuff that could potentially show back up again in Doctor Strange 2.
In Mom.
Yeah, in Doctor Strange 2, Mom. Multiverse of Madness.
I'm really liking that now, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. But then we get the mid-credit. There's a mid-credit and a post-credit scene. Which the mid-credit scene is basically starts out Monica is talking to Jimmy Woo. Jimmy Woo's like giving people orders, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, authority looks good on you," kind of thing. Like, "Oh, you flirting with him? Like, geez, get a room, you two."
I think maybe they're setting up Jimmy Woo to appear in more things.
No, yeah, I think that's all it is.
He turned out to be pretty popular for this.
He was. I loved his character. And like Darcy and everything. I thought it was kind of weird that Darcy just bounced just something about like what was it? Something's for the week or whatever, like the post break debriefs, that's the word, yeah. It's like, all right, whatever.
I was a little disappointed because there wasn't a huge twist cameo reveal that Marvel does at the time, but overall I thought it was a good show. I get that, Josh. Like I understand. I think that the Evan Peters thing was a pretty big reveal at the time, right, when that episode happened. And I think it was also a big twist for him not to really be, Quicksilver. I just think it wasn't the twist that people were hoping for. And then the Paul Bettany thing where he said he was somebody he always wanted to act with, I think that got people just going crazy.
Yeah, when in reality he was just saying it as a joke to be funny and didn't think people would take it too seriously.
Get the joke and like it. I think it's pretty awesome. But I think I've seen some interviews with him or something where he was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like, maybe I forgot how nerdy these fans are.
Yeah.
So
then an agent comes up, though, to Monica and says, hey, they need you in the theater. She goes in there. There's no one in there. And she's like, what'd you bring me in here for? What's going on? And then she reveals it. She's a Skrull and says, I was sent by an old friend of your mom's. He heard you'd been grounded. He'd like to meet with you. And she says, where? And then they both kind of like look up, like pointing at the sky. So basically saying Nick Fury wants to see you.
We assume, yeah.
I mean, I don't know who else it would be, because she says he and a friend of your mom, which from what we know about her mom, we know she's friends with Captain Marvel and she was friends with Nick Fury. And last time I checked, Captain Marvel's not a he, but hey, it's 2021. Who am I to judge, I guess? Maybe Captain Marvel will turn into a dude in Captain Marvel 2. I don't know.
Everyone is expecting too much for this being the first Marvel thing post Thanos.
Yeah.
Right. That's the thing, too.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Just like, we all want all this stuff now because like we're coming off of Endgame, which was the biggest superhero movie freaking thing ever.
The experience of all time. Really.
Yeah, it kind of was. So
and they did it so well. Oh hey, get the hell out of here! Sorry, smacked me right in the face.
Darcy is funny. Yeah, Captain Marvel is Mephisto confirmed, right?
I like Darcy, except for that. Like, what was she just chilling in that van for exactly the right time to run into Hayward? Like,
yeah, it took her that long to get back to the plot of the show.
Like, comedically, I liked it, and that worked. Like, have fun in jail, like that part was good.
I think that was another thing the director said too. Actually, was that there was originally supposed to be more with Darcy's character in the finale that they ended up cutting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take this because it's villain or tyranny. So.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Figured Apocalypse should have fun with that.
Good. Would love a Wong and Wu team up if we could.
Yeah.
Let's all forget about Spider-Man 2. Are we? Wait, MCU one or? Oh, right, because that actually was the first post-Thanos, post-Endgame thing.
Oh, you're right.
Sorry.
Well, technically in the timeline, this one happened first.
Spider-Man sucked. Oh, MCU Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Yes, that was. Yeah. Technically with the timeline, that is supposed to be after this. But in reality,
WandaVision to me was an amazing backstory bridge show. Yeah, all the show turns out it was just to show Wanda going through her grief and everything that's happened to her and
origin in a way,
Yeah.
More so.
Yeah. And then we get the end credit, the post-credit scene, which is freaking nuts. We talked about it earlier, so it shows this cabin in the woods, which we were saying might be whatever it was that you said.
The speculation is that it's Wundagore, which, because in the comics, Wanda and Pietro grow up in Wundagore, which is some magical kind of place with the High Evolutionary, and I think their caretaker, her name very creatively is Bova, and she's like a
Bovad's nuts.
She's a cow human hybrid, and so of course her name would be Bova, because me and Jack Kirby were terribly creative with this kind of shit. Back in the day. So she's chilling out in a cabin, shows her just sitting on the front porch, as one does when they're at their cabin all alone with nothing around, looking out at their lake that's right there. She goes in to get the tea kettle or something, and then it cuts to her in her like astral projection form reading through the Darkhold or whatever.
Yeah. So we see that she's learned how to astral project, which we see first in Doctor Strange, of course. But the main difference here is that whenever we've seen someone go into the astral plane previously, they've either been asleep or like knocked out. Like there's the guy in Doctor Strange that Doctor Strange knocks out. Doctor Strange is going under surgery, so they go into their astral form and their body in person is just basically asleep. And same thing with the Ancient One. Her body, she's dying and she shows her astral plane. But this time, Wanda's actual body is still walking around, appears to be coherent of what's going on around her and everything. Like she's just filling up her tea or coffee, whatever she's doing there.
Out by having one form, her real body doing whatever, while her astral form and her mind is reading the Darkhold. Which what we just letting we're in a comic book battle. Let me just whip out the Darkhold and then.
Well, and also, how did she? When did she acquire the book too? That's what I kind of thought of. I was like, so I'm pretty sure the only time we didn't see her was from the time leaving the house, walking back into town. So that's the only time where she could have potential, or maybe this is a possible theory. Maybe because of Agatha's powers and the way that she just kind of makes it appear, maybe Agatha somehow had absorbed the Darkhold as being part of her powers, and that's how she was able to just create it out of nothing. And so when Scarlet Witch absorbs Agatha's powers, she then absorbed the Darkhold.
No, I like where your head's at there. I don't think the Darkhold's an actual physical thing.
I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm just saying like that's how she's able to just have it, and maybe she didn't knowingly take it, and now the Scarlet Witch, though, part of her. I'm really straight. I literally just came up with this on the spot. I didn't plan this in the head. I just thought of this. Like, maybe, I don't know. And his stream is spinning again, so he's probably not in the call for the second. He'll be back in a few seconds, guys. Give him a couple seconds here. The book is bad news. Yeah, the book is definitely bad news. Even Hulk in Endgame too. Yeah, he was another one that the Hulk form was asleep while Banner was astral projecting.
Yeah, the what's her name?
Andrew Back?
Yeah. I what's going on? It's so irritating because I don't know when it happens. I'm like all of a sudden like, wait, did you say something? Damn it.
Yeah.
Take down 3, please.
Oh, okay. I haven't even looked. I should probably do that. Conflictor. Every 7 seconds, the next debuff activated on the defender is immediately purified. Each time it's true. Well, that shouldn't matter.
Oh, hating on the Grace's Venom now. Yeah, he sucked.
Oh, excuse me.
Tom Hardy was a much better Venom. Also, though not terribly.
Take down 2.
Take down 2. Okay.
And you said
3.
3? Okay. Yeah, and so as Wanda's like going through the book, she hears the kids yell out saying, "Mom, help, please." Basically, and while that's happening too, the Doctor Strange theme song it's like a different version of it, but it's the basic sound of the Doctor Strange theme song is playing in the background, which is pretty cool. Basically all just setting up the Multiverse of Madness, or as we've been calling it, Mom. And
Mom.
basically, I think it's showing that, obviously she's reading the Darkhold. Not a good thing. Like that book's
tend to go well.
Book's pretty bad. So it's setting up Wanda to be a bit of a villain character. Whether it's like a purposely or unintentional villain, we don't know yet, obviously. But my theory is that it's basically going to be in Multiverse of Madness. Wanda's trying to bring back her kids by using what she's discovered in the Darkhold. She's like, oh, I can just do this and this and travel from multiverse until I find my kids or whatever.
Yeah, because they exist in other dimensions, right?
Yeah.
Multiverse. So, because she created them, like other ones might have obviously.
Yeah, and so basically it's going to be her trying to save her kids, and then Doctor Strange probably following up and cleaning up her mess that she's leaving behind her, not really caring for what's going on. And so Doctor Strange is like, oh, Wanda, stop this, stop. Try to catch up to her. Probably going to get Mordo's going to come into the picture at some point, because he's his whole ending arc of Doctor Strange 1 was there too many wizards, and well, he's probably not going to be happy with Wanda.
Right, yeah. I mean, I don't know what he's going to be able to do about it.
Yeah, I don't see him being able to do anything very much, but she said to Monica that she doesn't know her power, but she will. I think when Agatha said there's a whole chapter on Scarlet Witch, she's just knowing her powers, but she doesn't know about it. Yeah, she definitely doesn't know about her powers yet, but are you saying that Agatha knows more about her powers?
Well, she'd already read the Darkhold.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's possible. All the final scene was missing was Admiral Akbar exclaiming, "It's a trap!" Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a wrap, guys, on the whole season. What do you What are your guys' thoughts? So there's a couple things, like I think we talked about some of this stuff, but there's some things that were left unchecked that we're still kind of questions about, like where did Vision go, or White Vision, that is. Where did he fly off to?
Who was the missing person?
Who was the missing person? That was one of the biggest question marks I have. Like, was that just like a plot that they just decided to scrap or something, or like
in any way that they just got? I would find it hard to believe that wasn't somehow explained or wouldn't somehow be explained, you know?
Yeah.
It's a pretty big thing that set off the whole thing.
Yeah, that was the whole reason that brought them to there in the first place. Like,
yeah.
And then they just never addressed it ever again. We heard them talk about it one time, and that was it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Has it all ended? Yeah, the entire series is over now. We're talking about the finale. So if you just got here, I'll pause for a second if you're not wanting to hear anything. All right, I paused long enough. What else was there? I had originally questions about the bunny, but then that whole scene got revealed, that the deleted scene. But still, I guess it doesn't explain like where's the bunny now. But that's not a major thing.
Mags can't shut off Encroaching Stun, right?
Say what?
Magneto doesn't shut off Encroaching Stun.
No, I tested it and it did not work. I was very upset.
Roll a domino and see what happens.
After this show, definitely need the sword show to be moved up. Yeah, so I think the mid-credit scene is definitely alluding that Monica is probably going to appear in the Nick Fury one that's being created. That's about
that, but she also, god damn it, I freaking hit the special. I thought I hit it in time.
Oh shit.
There's also Captain Marvel too, right?
Well, yeah, I think she'll definitely be showing up in Captain Marvel as well, but I think it's probably a good chance that she shows up in Secret Invasion with Nick Fury as well. The fact that a Skrull appears to her saying that, oh, Nick Fury wants to meet you, wants to see you. I mean, it's depends on how it all plays out, I guess, but I think it's pretty good chance that she ends up on there. Is it time we reveal our ranking now?
Oh, our list for the season? Yeah, I gotta go back and look at it again. Though.
So I threw it out there to him that we should come up with our ranking of the episodes of like least favorite to favorite. Figured we'll do it that way, just worst to best. This is really hard, guys. Like I encourage you, like take a couple seconds, like to just kind of go back and think it out and figure out which ones were your favorites and not like
as difficult. I wouldn't say
it wasn't as difficult.
No. Damn it,
I was back and forth on a few, Disney, but for the most part, it was pretty like straightforward for me. But I've mentioned it a couple times that I've always been a pretty easy movie critic. So this has been the first time where I've been trying to be a little bit like critical of things and like nitpick and try to be like, okay, well, I liked this, but this is I'm excited for the Loki series, Eternals, Doctor Strange, and Quantumania. Yeah, dude, I think we're all looking forward to all that stuff.
I'm still most excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I think will kind of also inform what my favorite of the WandaVision episodes were. Like it'll make sense to you guys,
Okay.
All right. So do you want to go? What was your least favorite episode?
So yeah, we'll start with number 9. My least favorite episode was the first episode.
Mine too.
I think that's a pretty consensus for most people. We were expecting so much, and obviously there was like nothing explained in it. And looking back now, obviously like we understand like what was going on and everything, but even then, like knowing like what's actually happening, like thinking back to that first episode, it's like, yeah, there's really not much that really happens in that episode that's memorable or that just like stands out. That I'm just like, oh my gosh, I loved it.
Aren't old Marvel fanboys like we are, and I think that they liked that episode. Some people did. Like,
probably just reminded them of an old school, TV show.
Yeah, what I started getting was that I feel like this is more for people who aren't me, right?
Yeah,
people who could use this setup and everything. So yeah, what do I got? Take down number 4, please.
Take down number 1.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. Episode number 1 was my least favorite.
And then coming in at number 8th worst episode for me was episode 2.
And I actually liked that one a little more because of the talent show. Honestly. Okay. So I would put that one at like number 7, I guess.
What did you have? What did you have at 8?
The episode number 3, the Now in Color.
Okay, that's what I have for 7. So we just basically.
Yeah, I kind of like that we got the color and that things were moving along a little bit, and that weird things started to happen. But I actually like. At least I found the talent show kind of funny and nice. Whereas the Now in Color, I was like, something better happen here soon.
It was just kind of like, oh, we're in color now, and we're getting a little bit more reveal. Like, I think, wasn't that the episode where the kids aged? Was that the first? Was the kid? The kid? The kids are. They're born at the end of that episode. That's what it is. So yeah, it was just kind of like that's cool. But yeah, it didn't really do anything for me. So yeah,
the first 3 episodes were all our least favorite, which is
I kind of expected that. So now is when it started getting a little bit, different. So it finally got out of order. Mine literally just went 1, 2, 3 for the worst. And then so for me, the number 4, or I guess number 6.
I feel like if we do this again for like Falcon Winter Soldier, we should put this up on the screen somehow.
I definitely, that would have made a lot more sense. Can this? Thank you. Jeez, more stuff just not done in the special. Whoa, why did I just gain so much regen? I'm so confused.
Keep talking, of course.
Why did I just gain 13 regen buffs? I'm not complaining, but I have no idea why I have 13 regen buffs.
I think it's I've heard someone talk about this, I feel like. Something with the
What was that? That was incredible. What sucked is I got hit by her special one in the middle of it. Luckily, I didn't die. because I had a ton of buffs, but she had no souls. This girl is not throwing special attacks. It's really... Wait, what?
Yeah, is this actually more difficult? Because I feel like this is slightly painful.
It's definitely, yeah, you actually have to pay attention now. It's zone 7. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so then on to, after the worst 3, we have the number 6 overall for me was episode 5. Which was on a very special episode. Let me pull it up here on Disney so I can look at it, because I'm trying to remember why I put things in certain spots. This is the one where Agatha shows up at the beginning, and we get the whole moment where she wants to take care of the kids, and Vision's like, no, we don't want to, and then she says, do you want us to like re-roll that back and all that kind of stuff. The kids age up in this episode. So I mean, it was kind of cool, but like, again, nothing super memorable. I think that's the episode where Monica shows up and asks her about Vision, about Ultron and her brother.
Yeah.
And then she blasts her through the hex wall or whatever. How do you act when one of my first...
I love flying lobsters, though. Nice. So, okay, I'm going to go with, in that position, I think, actually, I'm in agreement with you on that one as well. Just because it's tough for me, because that one's close to... the next one I'm going to go with being not... or like in order was previously on the penultimate
8, number 8, where we get all the big reveals.
Yeah, because it's like so much backstory and like it's all important, but not a ton of stuff happens exactly.
Okay. So
I think that would be the next one probably.
Okay, I have that one higher up, but
so yeah, once I can see, this is where we need to have this stuff written down to be easy for people to see.
Someone just donate. I don't see a. It says it's popped up on my. I heard the sound.
The ding-a-ling.
Someone donated, but I don't see anything in chat, so I'm confused. But I see it showing up on like on OBS and everything. Like, where is this? Okay, well it's Norris says, "What's up, Cap and Abdo? How you guys doing?" Before spoilers, I have a question. I recently ranked 5 Black Widow Clairvoyant. I have a Mystic Gem. I know she doesn't need it, but is her Sig is the Sig usable? I have those bronze stars on rank 5. If it makes you feel any better, my 5-star is still 5-star, rank 5, unawakened, still the gold star. She doesn't need the awakened ability.
Rank 3, 6-star Claire, and no, absolutely do not. If it was going to be like a huge prestige boost to you and you could take her up to Sig 200 and you really wanted that, then okay, I guess. But it's pretty much like the most worthless signature ability in the game. Now that they found Angela's.
Something wrong with my chat? I just got like 3 donations in a row, but I'm not seeing any of them showing up in chat.
I don't know. Is it like older? Or
are these old ones that just never came through? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, because I've seen that happen before where they all come through at the same time.
It's definitely what's happening then. I don't think any of these are happening right now. I'm so confused.
Weird. Okay, well, so yeah, no, don't use the Mystic Gem on her. I mean,
I don't even know if you asked this in today's stream. That's the funny thing. If you're here, don't use it. If not, I don't know why this is.
If you have literally every other Mystic character in the game awakened, still save it. And they'll release a new one, and it might be better.
My cat is scratching at my door. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, so then I think next for me...
you may enter. Here she comes to wreck the day.
The next for me would probably
What's that quote from? If you guys heard me or not, I don't know. I said, "Here she comes to wreck the day."
Yes, it's from whatchamacallit, obviously, because
this is still going through.
Firefly, so because that's where River got her name from, I assume.
It's from
after River Tam.
It's from Liar Liar.
It's not from Liar Liar. It's from Underdog, but that's okay.
Oh well, the quote I was doing it from is Liar Liar.
It's from
maybe he quoted it from something else then.
well, Wait, no, it's not Underdog. It's who is it that's Here I Am to Save the Day? It's like an old cartoon, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, this needs to stop with the freaking donations.
Something
Goodness,
you will
unless they were actual real donations, but
someone stop with these damn donations.
I just hide that. Will it stop? It's just kind of annoying me.
White Vision, West Coast Avenger, along with Hawkeye, Tigra, and Moon Knight, to name a few. So Mighty Mouse. Oh yeah, sorry, Underdog, Mighty Mouse. There we go. Mighty Mouse. Ross, thank you. Yeah, because there's a whole. It's like the Mighty Mouse theme song, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so where were we at? Where were you at? Here.
I said episode. What did I say? Episode 5. It was my number 6. And that's on a very special episode.
Right. Okay, what was your next one after that?
So after that, for number 5, I had episode 6, which was the Halloween episode.
Okay, gotcha.
So that one was right in the middle for me. Like, it was really cool, like seeing Quicksilver and the kids getting to have their powers and all that stuff. Wait, no, something. My screen's my game. Am I live still?
Yeah, you seem to be.
Okay, just on my screen. I was watching my stream and it looked like it was spinning. I don't know, maybe it's just my connection or something.
We're having issues.
So yeah, that episode is the Halloween episode. Vision finds out a bunch of stuff. That's the episode where he tries to leave the hex. So it was really cool.
I see, and I put that one a little bit higher, I think. So, I'm gonna go with. Well, so I said that previously on was there.
Yeah.
And then, so what I think all we have left is the finale, breaking the fourth wall, Halloween Spectacular, and we interrupt this program. So I was at like 5 for 6, or if we're going backwards, whatever, 5. Right?
Yeah,
4.
number 5.
I think that I put the. I wrote this down earlier. I think I had breaking the fourth wall there, actually.
Okay, number 5.
Yeah, because I liked the Modern Family kind of stuff, and I liked all that. I really love the Agatha reveal, Agatha all along stuff at the end.
Yeah.
But then I think next I was putting the Halloween Spooktacular because I just liked it. It just felt like it was a fun episode. Overall, had a lot of good things to it. The Vision stuff, like you said, the Jimmy Woo Darcy stuff, different stuff like that. I liked all of that stuff. So, but those ones are pretty close too for me.
Yeah. For 4th overall, I had We Interrupt This Program, which was episode 4, which was finally after watching the first 3 episodes, we're all confused. They place this perfectly in the series where we get an explanation for a lot of what we've seen, but also leaves us with a bunch of questions of what's going to happen moving forward. So I thought that it was really good to have that episode right there, and was definitely one of the better episodes, because if they waited much longer to reveal what was actually going on, I think they would have lost a lot of viewers. Because through the first, as we've explained in the beginning, the first 3 episodes were our least favorite of the entire show. So it's definitely well done that we needed that explanation. Could have even possibly had it a little bit sooner, and it wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Yeah, I feel like they somewhat already had might have lost people on it.
Like, there were definitely people that after the first 2 episodes they were out, and I'm like, really? Like, you're not even going to give it much any more than that? Like, oh.
Which, I understand, because
that's fair.
The first couple really didn't do much for me.
They really didn't, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Next one, I think I was going with. Oh, come on, Moon Knight. Is Moon Knight a villain? Why is he gaining power?
No, he's not.
So why the hell is he gaining power with tyranny here? I thought it wouldn't matter. Oh, whatever. No, he's dead.
He's gone.
Where was... Okay. So I'd already covered 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so yeah, next was for me was the Halloween Spooktacular. So then I pretty much just have the series finale and We Interrupt This Program. And I'm actually going to go with the series finale as my second favorite episode, and We Interrupt This Program as my first, actually. Because for me, it was the part where
everything started to make sense.
Yeah, and it just like that one hooked me, and I was like, okay, sweet. Now I see what we're doing with this. I like all of this, where we're at, and I like the somewhat less superhero-y aspects of it. The same way as I liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the same way as I like Winter Soldier the most out of the Marvel movies, you know?
Yeah.
I just like kind of some of the more practical, basic stuff for whatever reason.
For me, I had the series finale was number 3 for me, and then I had Previously On at 2 and Breaking the Fourth Wall at number 1. So for me, it was the series finale. Obviously, like, it was epic and amazing, but you know, it just kind of we had the big reveals that we all kind of thought were going to happen. Nothing like insanely, like we all kind of predicted the whole Hex thing, like we said. A little bit of it was predictable, like Vision versus Vision. We obviously know Hex Vision wasn't. Yeah, Hayward was a big letdown, but it was still, you know, a really cool episode. And obviously the end credit scenes, like ranking the end credit scenes would be a whole different list. But
well, yeah, but I mean
so that's why I put that one there. Previously On, I put it number 2, just because I really liked like going back and seeing, like, getting answers for stuff that we've known about for a while, but at the same time, like, we didn't know. And so we got to like see that stuff play out, like the whole Stark Industries bomb that didn't explode. We find out that, oh, she was actually a witch the whole time, and that's why it didn't blow up. Like, that was pretty cool reveal to me. And then the whole Wanda, her interacting with the stone, the scepter, and that scene, that was pretty mind blowing. And then just the ending, the big reveal of like, you're this chaos magic and you're Scarlet Witch. Like, I really liked all of that, and for me, that was enough for me to keep it up toward the top there. And then Breaking the Fourth Wall, I put it number 1. And again, like, after I writing it all, and even like talking through it, I'm like, maybe if I were to go back, I'd maybe change some things. Kat, are you gonna jump up here? There we go. Okay, River has joined the stream, guys, and now probably Pixie or Mama Bear, someone will show up, and all of a sudden you see the cat. But Breaking the Fourth Wall, I put as my favorite. Just kind of like I Monica gets her powers in this episode. It's when like a lot of the Hex is really starting to break down. Wanda's really starting to lose it for the first, like, well, not for the first time, but like even more and more crazy. We have the Vision and Darcy parts that are just kind of fun, comedy relief. Getting distracted by a cat. And the whole Agatha reveal at the end, that's when we get that in that episode, and the Agatha song, of course.
And that song was fantastic.
The song alone almost is what got me for number 1.
And I killed Sparky too.
And I killed Sparky too.
Anytime they actually kill a dog or whatever in the movie, I'm always like, nah, I'm out. Screw this shit.
Yeah.
But in that one, level 12 friends.
Hey, nice.
But yeah, that was just hilarious.
And like Monica and Scarlet and Wanda have their brief little fight, and we get to see a little bit of Monica's powers, which was cool, just kind of teasing of what we're going to get down the road.
And see, that's what I liked
and the big dungeon reveal too. Like, that whole room was like pretty cool to see.
That's why I liked the 4th episode the most, was because we got the Monica after the snap coming back kind of stuff too, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I liked that behind the scenes.
Yeah. I forgot to even mention that part. Yeah, that was another really cool, getting to see another side of the reverse of the snap.
Yeah, I definitely like that stuff. Scarco, where do you think the mystery came from? Like, I don't think I've ever seen something with so many fan theories. What was it about this show that had everyone guessing something bigger? I think it's because we're just a bunch of Marvel nerd fanboys and girls and have been deprived for so long.
Yeah.
Because of stupid freaking COVID, and because The Mandalorian did so well on Disney Plus. So I think that the Paul Bettany joke, you know, that's partially on him. I was fine with that being the joke, and I liked that, but I get why that kind of set people up, and I also get why you know, Elizabeth Olsen saying a Luke Skywalker type reveal, which I think she was just talking about Evan Peters being there, and then he turns out to just be some boner.
Yeah,
You know, like,
literally.
I kind of get why all that stuff, how that played out with the fan base.
Yeah.
And I get it, but I was in no way disappointed with this. I was actually pleasantly surprised by it all because this was the one where I was least looking forward to it. Honestly, halfway just because of the name. I always thought the name was just stupid as shit, and like I never fully got over that. I liked how it played out in the show. I liked how every episode we talked about this one time about where when she says previously on WandaVision, she gets more and more depressed sounding the whole way through.
Yeah, that was once I saw someone point that out, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I think it was just that there was so many episodes or so much of a content drought before then. Zoe.
The pets are starting to take over, guys.
She's still be chilling though.
Nice. Take out one, please. You got lucky. You don't have to face a maw.
Oh yeah, we're still doing stuff here, huh? Okay. Trial by fire. Don't care about that. Biohazard. I do care about because I don't have poison immune champions. Roll reversal and shot. Okay, yeah. Do you have a poison immune champion?
I have Captain Marvel.
Oh, sweet. Then you can take Scarlet Witch, right?
Should be able to.
Okay, go for it.
I wish Apocalypse became poison immune because that'd be nice.
Right, he would be completely. Okay.
That'd be a little broken though, I guess.
Bleed and
yeah,
but he should be.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Right? Buff Apocalypse. He needs it.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little damage here, but it should be fine.
1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 7, 9, 8, 4 from least favorite to your favorite. Oh, your favorite was 4 too, Jared? Interesting.
Nice.
Interesting. I didn't think that'd be everyone's consensus or anything.
Yeah, I was actually excited to hear when you said that it was your favorite. I was like, oh, cool, because I almost put it higher. Oh.
Did we have an oopsie?
That's not good. I may or may not have mistimed the SP1 evade. And it may have one-shot me at full health.
Probably did a lot of... Oh, wow. One shot at full health, really?
Yeah. I was like, what? I wasn't like full health, but I was like pretty close to full health.
Damn.
Alright. I guess Nick Fury. I've got the real Nick Fury there still, so... In hindsight, this probably would have been a smarter play because I get the power sting thing whenever I like put on a bleed. Yeah.
I barely used Angela because I've been using Domino the whole time. But
yeah,
Angela is just what I want to try out. Oh, what? Apparently I can't let no one either from Silver Surfer. So I'm like, I have buff cornucopia and Angela, so you know, should be banging here really.
All right, 11 power stings. My goodness. Someone in chat said headshot. Yeah, that didn't feel good. But we got through it with Nick Fury, no problem. The real Nick Fury's alive now, but...
Oh no! I can't dodge an L2 either.
Silver Surfer is kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, but I fight him all the time in AQ.
Yeah.
I'm pretty used to dodging it and did horrible there. Okay, did people not like the first episode because they didn't know the shows? They didn't understand what it was setting up? It was black and white? What was it? For me, Scarco, it was... I think we've talked about this a little before. You may have been here for me discussing it or not. But for me, it was just a matter of I didn't want to watch a 50s sitcom. I grew up watching Nick at Night, and my parents grew up watching the Mary Tyler Moore Show and I Love Lucy and MASH, which they did a MASH episode. But I mean, I watched all those things on Nick at Night as a kid growing up, and I saw them all already. And so I just didn't want to watch that in my Marvel show. Like if I wanted to watch I Love Lucy, I would just go watch I Love Lucy. You know?
Yeah.
But that's what it was for me. I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, that's because I don't care about it being in black and white. That doesn't bother me or anything. It just was like I don't want to watch a 50s sitcom, and that's basically what that first episode was just Dick Van Dyke Show. It was just like I really liked how they did all that. Like I think it was a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Everything.
It was also just a really short episode too, so we're finally like, oh yeah, we get Marvel, that we some Marvel stuff back, and then all of a sudden it was like over and there was nothing. It wasn't that exciting. I was like, what? That's all we got?
Ugh.
There he is.
This is killing me. There's also just a what was the last thing I heard. See, this is why I got the other modem, and I just haven't set it up yet. And I might try and set it up before I stream again tonight, because this is some bullshit. Little 10-second interruptions for like it just restarts the stream every time.
Yeah.
And
I was just saying that it basically it was the shortest episode too, when like we were all excited that we were getting some new Marvel content, and then that came and it was just like boom, over, and it kind of left us like, that was it? That's what this show's going to be? Like, I don't know if I'm into this.
Yeah, I think that's fair too, because it's like, oh, I think it probably threw a bunch of people off, and was like, this is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, we've become so accustomed to Marvel just absolutely crushing it with their movies and just being amazing. But this might be a tough fight there with Angela if she's doing the stuns with the armor ups.
Oh yeah, I didn't really think about that, because I do have that one.
I didn't know that's a.
Oh wait, but why is he not reflecting it on me?
Well, you used a special attack there, and she places the armor. She places the armor breaks. Oh well, that'll do it.
Yeah, right. I was just thinking role reversal. I didn't want to use anybody else.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go with Magneto. But the good news is we're 1 week away from more Marvel content in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, what do we think about? What do we think about that, guys? Do you want to know anything about what we've heard so far, or what have you heard so far, Cap?
I've heard rumors that maybe mutants will be revealed in that. Of course, it's all the same. So we thought that was going to happen in Wandavision. Oh, no, it didn't. So now maybe it'll happen in that one, but I don't know if it will. But I guess the one clue that people were saying is apparently they're supposed to visit some city in like Japan or something throughout Falcon and Winter Soldier. And did he cut out again? Is he here? His stream's out again, and he's struggling tonight.
Once again, minor disconnect, and
I realized it. I was like, wait, he's frozen.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's so frustrating, because it's like when I look at the stream on YouTube and everything, it's like excellent connection. I'm like, really? Because it doesn't seem
doesn't look like it on my end.
That excellent to me, god damn it. And super frustrating. If you find black and white, check out a movie called Rumblefish. I've actually heard of that movie. Midnight. I've never watched it, but okay, let's see if I can actually get through here with Dono without accidentally stunning him and screwing things up.
But I was saying that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they're supposed to visit some city in Japan, I think, that is supposedly a town that is known in the comics as a place that it has ties to like Wolverine.
Okay, interesting.
So so they're saying like that's how mutants might get added, but again, like I don't think they're gonna. If they didn't do it in WandaVision, where we thought there was gonna be multiverse kind of stuff, and we even had a mutant show up, and they didn't even introduce mutants, I don't think we're gonna get Wolverine in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I mean, it would make sense to have Wolverine if there was Omega Red, like rumors are, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And they introduced the real world, and the real world started to intrude. I thought it was pretty masterful. Wait, this is Scarco. But it was a perfect metaphor for perfect construct. It was so necessary, and introduced that she didn't have the memories and stuff. About the television episodes and how they did that. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Scarco. And I think it did end up being necessary kind of for the show in the storyline of how it played out and everything. It just also was like, I don't like it. I didn't want to watch it. I feel like I could have almost cut in at episode 3 or 4.
Blockable there. These new nodes are messing me up. I just tried to hit into the block with Apocalypse so that I could turn it into just hitting a heavy and then refresh my debuffs. But I went unblockable somehow because of some node I've taken, I guess. And I went unblockable, and then I tried to go straight into the heavy like I was planning, and then I just got smacked by Spider-Man. It's like, wait a minute, that wasn't supposed to happen. Mandapore, that's the place, yeah.
Madripoor, yeah, but Madripoor is I thought it was an island. That's not in Japan, is it?
I don't know. Maybe. Whatever it is, they're supposed to visit somewhere, that
All
area
this-
that...
basically.
Yeah.
Where even like S.H.I.E.L.D. won't go to.
Yeah.
In the comics.
What's going on, Bijar? What's up, man? River, Joe's saying hi. Say hi to Joe.
If there's a mutant, it'll be Omega, I think, or maybe a lesser known in general. I don't know. Omega Red would be pretty hard to do in the TV show, I think. Yeah. What are your thoughts on White Vision, Spectral Vision? I don't know. I don't know where he's going to show up. Someone I think earlier asked if I thought, or if we thought he would show up in Mom, but Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange 2. And I don't know. I'm not sure. If it's supposed to set up, this was supposed to set that up, I think it's a possibility, but I'm not going to bet on it,
Yeah.
I think it is also exploring the Weapon X program, so it would be perfect for Wolvie to show up, or at least another mutant from the program. Okay, so that is part of what's going on. My understanding is it's the Weapons Plus program, right? Which is Weapon X is Weapon 10, whereas Captain America was Weapon 1.
Mm-hmm.
And they've changed that a couple different times in the comics, but yeah, the group that is going to be the main bad guys in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series are enhanced people based off of the Super Soldier Serum and stuff. So it could deal with some of that Weapons Plus program stuff, you would assume, but that doesn't necessarily mean mutants. In the comics, Wolverine, Deadpool, other weapons are part of that program, right? Mm-hmm. And there was like a split, which led to the Canadian one, which is how we got Wolverine and that kind of stuff. But no guarantees about that. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be certainly cool. What one thing I'm kind of curious about is, do you think that old Chris Evans is going to show up at all?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's possible he could show up, and if it is, it might be in maybe like a mid-credit or end-credit scene, because I feel like it wasn't until recently that he was even in talks of coming back to play his role. So
I don't think he has like any. I don't think there's nothing where he doesn't want to anymore. I think he just had a big contract that ended, right?
Yeah, I think at one point he'd kind of said he was happy with how the character's arc went, and he thought it was a good time for the character to stop.
But I feel like with the show, it would just make sense where if they're teaming up at the beginning, Sam goes and talks to him and is like, hey, give me some advice, old buddy. Like, it's just like a them meeting for coffee kind of a thing, right? Like, not a, give me some advice about being or pep talk kind of stuff. I think it'd be kind of cool. So
Hector, what's going on, Hector? He said, I thought Wandavision already released last week. Yeah, we're just breaking down the finale, and
I think that could be kind of screwed here.
Hector saying CT said nothing crazy gonna happen in the show, because then it would be a required watch. The only movies will be required watches.
That's kind of always how I felt.
Yeah. So unlikely that mutants will be introduced via the show. Yeah, I think the shows are kind of just being used as fun side stories that are just stuff that they want to show as part of the MCU, but not give a full length movie to, which is kind of odd, because in return, the TV show added up, the time of all the episodes ends up being longer than most movies probably.
Right, but I mean,
it's still a lower budget, and just like
they're still going from the viewpoint of the big stuff happens in the movies, because they planned this all out before COVID. So
yeah,
it's like we expected all these things to be people going to the movie theater, because like we were saying, Endgame was the biggest movie experience of all time, really.
Yeah,
for everyone. So that's the model that they're still working from. So it makes sense that they wouldn't just be like, let's make everyone get Disney Plus if they want to keep up on this, because you can still watch the movies independently of Disney Plus. Most Marvel fans are still gonna get Disney Plus probably.
Would you like to just jumping back to the zone here real quick? Yeah. Do you want to switch sides and make me go to the left and you leave up? Well, the poison.
I was kind of thinking that, because it has the Toxicant, but then there's Rage, and then what is okay?
I mean, I could deal with Toxicant in. See, the science one is special, or you could just switch out for Poison Immune. It's the last room, right?
Yeah, I think though that I can just deal with the rage because
Oh, but
he did have
you're also lower on health than I am. That's right.
right. But they have enough health that I don't think I'll be triggering rage necessarily. Right?
Probably not. Yeah.
Let's just see what happens. Take out 3.
All right.
It's the last room.
Are
It's only a
you
couple-
gonna swap out anyone for the poison? Just grab a poison immune.
No, because I'm not leaving Toxicant up if I do that.
Oh, so I'm taking 3. Oh, okay, yeah. You're right.
I'm leaving
You're
up
gonna
rage.
leave up rage.
It'd be a really terrible idea. We'll see.
We'll find out. Oh, and for you, I think I was gonna have you take out. I think 2 has something that I didn't like. Spiked armor. That's the one. Yeah, I was like, I don't really want to deal with that. So, Infinity War is better than Endgame. Hector. Okay.
Do you think Spectral Vision and maybe even Agatha would be Strange's secret weapon against Wanda in Mom? Possibly. I think, like I said, I think it's possible that he shows up again because that is setting it up, and that this show was setting up that movie. But I don't know. I don't know where their best use for him would be. I don't know where it's gonna go. Hunter saying when White Vision stated his objective was to destroy the Vision, then discovered that he was in fact a Vision, doesn't that suggest he just flew away to destroy himself? Maybe, but if he was just going to destroy himself and he had a way of doing that, couldn't he just do it where he was at? Or maybe he had to fly into stuff or something. I don't know. I don't think Vision's gone. I think we'll see him again.
Farts. Uh-oh.
You're 100% sure one of Chris Evans' next appearances as Cap will be in Secret Invasions. That could be, maybe. I like the fact that all these A-list actors are not in any way opposed to being on the shows, though. You know, it's always cool. What is the green one again? The Ultron gem?
Hold on. Let me fight. I'm facing the one that places poisons and has Magneto specials, and I died on Captain Marvel. So,
oh, that's not great.
I don't know if it's gonna matter. Which one did you ask is yours?
Green one.
Green one is Vision.
Oh, that's nothing. Okay.
Yeah, it places a fatigue.
Do I try to get? Oh, I should try to get some health back with Magneto. Then.
I don't think I'm gonna get through this.
Oh boy.
They definitely increase the power, the hardness, the difficulty. That's the word we're looking for. We got there, boys. The difficulty of Sector 7.
You say they've increased the hardness out of it.
Yes. Kind of like what Wanda did to me, am I right? Hey.
Yeah, and I might totally trigger rage actually. I forget I got like buff cornucopia, and so it's giving me fears and shit.
Yeah.
So I'll probably this could be.
Why?
Oh wow! Well, especially if I just completely fail to block an L1 and die. If that's the case, then is half of Mom going to have to retell WandaVision to explain her character arc? Yeah, see, and I don't.
Oh my gosh!
It's gonna be a Doctor Strange movie, so I don't think that they're gonna. Like, she's gonna be in it, but I don't necessarily think that whatever they do with her, she's gonna have to be central to it, you know? Or that watching WandaVision will become central to it.
I mean, it's definitely gonna have to be. If you haven't watched WandaVision, then you're gonna be going into Doctor Strange 2. You're gonna be a little confused if you haven't watched WandaVision.
I don't know if that's gonna be the case. Like, I think.
Well, they laid it off the end that she's hearing her kid. Like,
right,
if her kids are showing up in Doctor Strange 2, people are gonna be like, where the hell did she get kids?
There's plenty of ways though that they can do that without making it necessary to have seen one. You know, there's plenty of things they can write in where that doesn't become necessary, and I hope that that's the case. Like, I don't want them to make it so you would have had to have seen the TV shows in order to be able to get the most out of the movies. Because all the different movies, other than really Endgame and Infinity War, and even those to a certain extent, like, you didn't need to see Ant-Man necessarily to see Civil War or to see Infinity War. You know, like, because he once again over and over says like, "Hi, I'm Ant-Man." You know, like,
yeah.
I think they do in general a very good job of making it so you don't have to watch all of the different movies in order to get everything out of it. So Fahey has said that the shows and movies are absolutely interconnected and must watches. All right, well, maybe then. Spectral Vision is Vision now, but he won't have the emotional connections to Wanda that he had before, only the memories of those feelings. Yeah, he'd have the memories of those feelings, but maybe he wouldn't feel the same way because he...
It's the same one. Are you kidding me?
Like maybe he was only able to have those feelings because of the Mind Stone. Well, I'm certainly not hitting too hard here.
I'm not gonna get through this guy.
Yeah, it's pretty questionable.
Close Encounters is one of the worst notes. It's like you're barely far away from him and you start DJing.
I really wish that I completely failed to get L1 with Magneto. What's up, Socket? How's it going? I really hope Magneto to show up in this episode. This was a great opportunity for them to bring in mutants, Ralph. That, you know, I mean, you're not... Oh, why did he go unstoppable? What the shit was that?
Which one is yours?
I don't know. Well, it's the green one again. It's Vision, and he went unstoppable for some reason. It's probably something I didn't read. Link Shield. Equally balanced. When the defender triggers a special attack, remove all debuffs from them. When the attacker triggers a special attack, remove all debuffs from them.
No! No! Are you... Oh my gosh! What?
Didn't go so well there, huh?
Wow. It was a backdraft, like perfectly timed and everything, and he intercepted me. And I was about to use my special 3, and oh my gosh. That's bullcrap, dude. Well, I'm dead.
I see what happened with mine. The special attack is passively unblockable. 5 items gain an unstoppable buff for 8 seconds. So I had a bunch of buffs up with Angela, and that's what happened to me. So.
Jimmy D saying the hardness is real. Yeah, it's definitely hardness. It's very much harder. Speaking, man. Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been cool for Magneto too, obviously, but I just never thought it was that likely, and so I wasn't super disappointed with it.
Yeah.
And Fahey can say it's like he can say it's necessary to watch everything, but that's also the guy who's the president of Marvel Studios saying it's necessary for you to buy Disney Plus and watch everything. You know?
Yeah.
Like what they do in reality.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh yeah, it's definitely necessary. You can't miss anything. Just like Apple. Oh yeah, you definitely need to get the new iPhone. You're gonna miss out on all of this cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Amazing gameplay as always, Abdo. Why, thank you, Josh. I tried. I wonder if Bad Guy is a
it's weird. I never get people telling me that.
I don't think so. He should be on, right? I think he tweeted out a picture of his new setup, so it looked like he had it all set up.
Ooh.
He's probably just traditionally late rather than, unusually late. Come on. I'm definitely not hitting too hard to trigger rage, really. Don't evade. There we go. Okay.
Well, good luck. Peace, bedtime, but later, Hector.
Well, there's nothing I can do because I don't have a poison immune, so I'm gonna die to him for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think there's like no way I can get through this Ultron. Oh, I didn't actually read the nodes at all, and there were like 7 of them too, so that probably is not.
Yeah, Bane of Damballa, power play. Whichever Jimmy has the least amount of power is fate sealed for 6 seconds. Every 12 seconds. The heck? That's a stupid note. Aggression cruelty. Limited immunity for the first 10 seconds. And tech characters have increased attack.
Okay, well,
there we go.
Say lovey. I was degenerating or something. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, it's the node since you're playing it noted. I think you take the degen, right?
off.
Yeah, every 3%, you take 3% degen damage with the link shield. It's up.
So there was no way to get through that, anyways. But guys, this
Yeah.
was not our big incursions push.
Yeah, this was just Sector 7 to do some background stuff while we.
Sector 7, and we just couldn't get through 10 rooms.
We're easily gonna make it to 20, guys, when we go to Sector 8.
We'll make it slightly twice as far as this next time around. Yeah.
We're so good at this incursion stuff. It's insane.
Abdo, do you know why BG ain't streaming for 2 days? Well, he just he was setting up his desk. He had a new desk, and yeah, what Starco said, he built a desk. So he should be streaming tonight, I assume, though. Should be on here any moment. You're still live? I'm half asleep. Yes, Elk, and I will be live again later. But why are you half awake? Even shouldn't it be like
Friendship progression rewards? Yeah.
5 o'clock in the morning for you right now? Ooh, yeah, I'm saving those for Christmas time,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
Saving those for the bonus.
How many? What's the max incursion artifacts you can get?
What their increase was, or
No, like the amount that you can hold on your account at a time.
They changed it. It's now up to 125.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm up to 54. I think I'm getting close.
Yeah, and it used to be 40, right around the.
Yeah, I think it was just above. It was actually, I think it might have been 54 because it was double what in the incursion crystals are. It's 27. So
I should have used these 2 potions I have expiring here. Look at these 6-star generic Sig stones. They're expiring in 8 days. What the shit do I do?
6-star?
Mm-hmm.
You're maxed out on 6-star generics?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, dude. Well, I guess that's fair because I used mine on Doom and Captain America.
Yeah. Oh, Elk, why do I keep thinking you're in the UK? Damn it. Sorry.
The East Coast, that's basically the UK.
Yeah, might as well be.
Well,
yesterday I was what did I do yesterday? I forget. I think I was like massively hungover from the night before of not streaming and hanging out with the boys, and got a disappointing cheesesteak from a place I'd never tried before, and just was like, F it.
Nice. Well, I think that's gonna be a wrap, guys, for WandaVision spoiler streams. Thank you everyone who tuned into these. Thank you, Abdo, for joining me on these, and I'm looking forward to doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier moving forward.
Yeah, thank you. This has been super fun. I love doing this. It's just fun to chat about all this.
Yeah,
it does feel like a lot of pressure holding down the only WandaVision basically podcast or live stream on YouTube. So
yeah, we're the only one out there, so it's a lot of pressure on us to get everything right.
A lot of pressure, but yeah, I feel like we've done a pretty good job with it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I loved having you guys here. Next Thursday, I think we decided we'll probably do like an actual incursions push, right?
Yep.
And that stream, and then right after that, I guess we'll just be back for. Well, no, maybe the one after that. We won't have an episode of Winter Soldier and Falcon yet, right? So because
we will. Yeah. Next week is when it airs.
Okay, yeah, because tonight is like the behind the scenes on WandaVision thing, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we're just there ain't no stopping.
Yep, we'll just keep the train rolling. If you want to tune in next Wednesday on Ghost Dog's channel, I'll be joining him. He hit me up and said he's interviewing another guy who, even though we just got there saying we're the only ones, that does like breakdowns. He has a smaller channel. He's not like some like crazy big well-known person, but he's just got a fun channel that he breaks down stuff, and he's gonna hop on a call with Ghost Dog, and he asked me and Abdo if we wanted to be part of it. So we're gonna do that. I probably won't be streaming it because it's Ghost Dog's thing, and I didn't want to take away from whatever he's got planned to do it there. But we'll be over there on Ghost Dog's channel next Wednesday around 9 Eastern. So that should be fun.
Yeah. Did Paul put out any kind of a tweet about this evening or anything? I don't see any tweets.
Nope. He tweeted 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
Next time I miss your message in chat, please keep in mind I'm looking at all this. I'm playing the game.
Yeah, he's got his behind the scenes setup here, guys.
Nice. Oh, I'm so jealous of the camera. So nice.
Right. Is that like a mirrorless XLR camera?
Yeah. Only one screen though? Oh man, it is it's a wide screen though.
It is a widescreen, so
But he's got the pad there too. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
The microphone
So
setup.
he tweeted us out for his desk that he set up for his new standing desk, and it should be, one would assume, all ready to go. So it could just be that he's a dingus. You never know.
Pretty nice looking.
But I keep checking for him to be on. I'm gonna do, I think, something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do one widescreen that's nice and spendy like that one is, or get just a couple of other screens. You know? But I think that's what I'm gonna do with my with stimulus monies here a little bit. I think I'll probably get a standing desk and a nice chair and stuff, and try and get it set up a little better for streaming in my apartment, so I'm not just on the couch. But it's gonna have to be a nice chair to rival this couch, because my ass needs a lot of padding. It's very bony. Yeah. But all right, well, I don't know. Are you gonna call it here, or?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for the night. Go grab some dinner. Yeah.
I think
it's gonna be a wrap.
Little bit of a break too, guys.
All right.
And then I should be back. If Brian isn't streaming, I might just get on sooner to do an arena stream, but I want to end this one so people know that the next one's not a spoilery stream and everything.
For sure.
But yeah, if he's on, then I'll be on my normal like 11 p.m. time, and if not, probably a little bit earlier. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for everybody in Caps chat as well. This has been super fun, and yeah, we will
talk to you all later. See you next time.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Peace.